ciencia.
Nella ciencia. For those of you who don't know, I woke up really, really late. I took a nap. I had to. I listen, if y'all understand, Tuesdays are crazy for me, right? And the Twitter space didn't even work, so I couldn't even do a Twitter space, and it just didn't work on my account. That's strange. That's very strange. Very, 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 very strange. So I spent hold on. I did a lot of other stuff too on Tuesday. I can't even remember. I can't Tuesdays are always a blur. It's always a blur. Okay. So then, I did, because I had my health class also. Y'all know I do my health thing. I have a health class that I do for women's health, right? So I do that. And then after that, I go and start doing videos I start looking for political videos. And I wish I could learn how to grift. But I know how to jump on something that can piss people off, like the blacks people, to be on my channel talking about something. You need to be with us because you black. I hate that. I hate that so much. So the original video I was going to do was about the taxes. I mean, not the taxes, the student loan. Then I got a notification on my TikTok about, the harassment of crackhead killer Kamalo. And I said, oh, now this is something I can sink my teeth into. And and that video that y'all saw that I did, you know what time that video was done? It was done at 4 o'clock in the morning. 4 in the damn morning. Now, please be advised that I'm a wife, okay? All right. So I have to be home, right? If I have not been home for most of the day, I have to be home before my husband wake up, okay? So I'm over there and I guess because I was so sleep deprived, I was in rare form. If you see that video, I was barely staying on topic. I kept cracking jokes. I kept being offensive on purpose. Yes, DJ, I was tired. And then once I came back from our home, I had to come back here. And hold on a second. What did I do when I had to get back here? Had to come back here. That's one thing. Everything is such a blur. I'm always doing something. And then I had to prepare the video I had to upload the second video I did about the student loan, and that video didn't even do that well. The video that was a hit was me acting in rare form. Ooh, did it piss off the black people, boy. Oh my God. I was so tired of people coming into my account. Like, here's my thing. I'm tired of black people telling me to stay in my lane. I stay in my lane, and then you come into my lane and tell me that I should be for the black people. And that's when I just lose it. I lose it when I'm like, wait a minute, y'all told me I not come to the cookout. I don't want to come to your damn cookout. Y'all told me that if anything happened to me, y'all not going to offend me. Gucci, okay, fine. I accept your terms, and you're still not satisfied because I don't want you. Ladies, do you not understand how this works? I'm a living proof that this shit works. People want you when you don't want them. When they chase after you and you run away, it makes them more excited to chase after you. How can you all not understand this? They're black folks telling me all the conditions that they give me, these crazy, unreasonable conditions to get to so that we can part ways. I say, your demands are accepted. And they still they still chase after me. They still want me. They still try to think they still accept me as their family. They still sit up here and say, sister, you need to come over here from them rednecks and da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't want you people. And I don't understand how y'all make it so hard to understand that the black cat energy, it's universal. It not only works on men, it works on people. People don't like to be excluded. You know how I learned about this? I learned about this accidentally in middle school. Yeah. I learned about this in middle school. I was part of a dance class, and it was the popular girls that would do all the popular dances. And they only allowed the girls that they liked to be part of their dance group. And I said, can I join? And they said no. Because at the time, I wore these thick glasses. I wasn't the most prettiest girl. Okay. I was skinny, lanky, and I had, I had this thick hair that was allergic to being permed or whatever. And I had these thick glasses, right? And they didn't like me, and they told me I couldn't join their group as a dance and everything like that. And they were doing the popular dances. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna do my own dance. I'm gonna do my own dance. And it was unheard of back then to do in a dance recital and not dance with a group. By the way, these are black people. I know it's hard for white people to understand this because they go, "Oh, we did our dance move by us." No. Black people it was unheard of at the time to go to a dance recital and not be in a group at least of 3. You needed at least 3 people to be taken seriously as a dance recital. And I came out there by myself. I went into my dad's basement and I practiced, and I would watch Soul Train. Oh my God, I cannot remember. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm laughing because the memories are coming up in my head. I just remember this. I would watch Soul Train. I would tape Soul Train on my dad's VCR. Sorry. I would tape Soul Train on my dad's VCR. And I would always play the most popular people, the couples that would dance on there. And I would look at their moves and I would dance. I would memorize those dances and everything. So, when it was time to go dance, I made sure that the money I saved, because I had the Jewish and the Catholic white mentors teaching me about saving, so I always had some stash on the side that nobody knew about. And I would get me these Sasson jeans. Oh boy, am I dating myself. I got me the Sassons jeans, okay, with a nice silk top. And then I would put my glasses on, couldn't see worth nothing. And I went out there and I won second place. Them heifers didn't even place. I came out there by myself. It shocked everybody. Because they was like, why is she out there by herself? Then when a popular song came out, I forgot the song. I don't even remember the song. But I impressed the crowd. They were cheering for me and everything. They was just so happy when I got off the stage. They was come up to me and pat me on my back and they said, "You done did good, girl. You should come over there to her. You should come over to my wedding, show my wife how to move." "Oh, shut up. You so stupid. She did good. We so proud of you, baby." Then, next thing you know, the popular girl group, now they want me part of their group. And I was dumb enough to join it. Listen, when you're young, you just, saying, I don't know. That even I don't know. I've always did my own thing, I've always been like, oh, if I can't join your group, I do it my damn self. I don't need a group of people. I've always been that if I don't join you, then I'll march but by the beat of my own drum. So I've always been that way. So when I tell you that these people, they come on my side of YouTube and they are trying to race shame me to coming back, and I'm like, you are violating our contract. The popular group wanted me, but I was too dolo. They hated me after. Oh yeah, Mr. Milky, they don't like it when you do your own thing. People want you to join a cult or a group, or everybody want to feel like you belong. And it's okay to be part of a group. Don't get me wrong. Hold on. I know how it is to be part of a group. I joined a sorority. Okay. I know how it is. I like being part of women groups. All right, I know how it is, but when you have to do your own thing because the group just don't meet your standards, or the group want to do A, B, and C, and you in LMNOP, then you go do your LMNOP and let them do A, B, and C. Say, we ain't got no hate group, we ain't got no hate. Just, I don't want to do that. I got something else I'm doing. And that's how it is with the community. I just hate that. I hate that. And so anyway, it was a rough day. A lot of work. And I took a nap, and I thought I set my alarm clock for 40 minutes. So it was supposed to wake me up. It was supposed to wake me up at 8 something. And the damn thing woke me up at 9:50. And I'm trying to figure like, how did that happen? Anyway, so, and then I saw the chat, and I was like, oh no, did I oversleep? So that's what happened. I took a nap and I overslept. So let's get into it. So before I go on, tomorrow is me and Jasmine. We're going to get together again, where we're going to have our monthly AMA, where we're going to just basically answer questions. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me, or you can leave it. You can leave it on this channel. Make sure you just at me though. At me when you leave it. And I also left a message in the. But anyway, so I also left a message in the Facebook, in the Discord. So Jasmine's gonna have her questions. I'm gonna have you guys questions. I also had a lot of questions from the ladies from my Patreon, and I'm gonna see if I can come up with another Twitter space, because something was keeping me from my other Twitter space. Will that be a YouTube only show? The live stream is always visible. It's always the live stream. What I'm doing is now I don't know what Jasmine does with her end, because it's a joint adventure. You see what I'm saying? She live streams on Instagram. I live stream on YouTube. And then I because it's not on OBS, it's on StreamYard, I always lock the stream down, and then I go take the stream and I have to edit it so that my mic is just as loud as, or is even with hers, because it's not. And so and there's that. And then I just take some of the questions, or maybe one of the questions, put it on the channel, and then put the rest on the Patreon, because we're not censored. I would, truth be told, I would keep most of it on YouTube if it wasn't for the censoring. But you know, we talk about sex, we talk about a lot of stuff, and then I don't feel like going through I don't feel like going through all that stuff, censoring out all the nasty words we're saying, or the, you know, whatever. And it's a way of me building up my Patreon as well, because, you know, there's that. So if you want to see it before it gets paywalled, I will put maybe a question too up for content. But if you want to see it before it gets paywalled, come join us tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Okay? All right. Okay. But if you want us to answer a question, I got a lot of questions, but still don't let that stop you from submitting your questions. We're answering males and female questions tomorrow. So come on in and we'll do you right. All right, let's get on it. Vitali, they finally told us what living conditions he in. Dude, the way he looks now, he gonna look malnourished when he get out. He gonna look malnourished. I don't understand why he did what he did. Hold on a second. I'm not even gonna play all this. Hold on.
It's a piss piling up.
Let's see that, because he's gonna do what they do. They like to play all the stuff that he did in the past, and I'm like, we already know what he did. So let's watch this.
I do feel like Johnny Somali was the one to put this type of shit on foreign countries' radars.
I brought the baby oil. I was gonna pee her ass. I was about to pee Diddy her ass.
and now it does look like Vitali is going to be the sacrificial lamb.
Pero so it means it's clear he will not be deported just like that.
Oh no, hindi talagang we made a conscious decision not to have him deported.
And not only that, he may just move to another Asian country and do the same thing, right? For his content.
The Security of Justice, who everyone saw during that press conference, actually went on this news segment and laid out the rules for Vitali's detainment.
He's not allowed to vlog about anything which goes on inside the detention facility. He will live on the national stipend of 3 meals at 70 pesos a day. That's for all 3 meals. He will not get special treatment. He will live in a common cell while an air conditioner.
So there's going to be no vlogs, no cell phone, and he will have to live amongst the other people who are awaiting their trials. The secretary actually thinks this.
Well, also, he just told another thing that Jamari does is he's a little disingenuous, right? But he does say it at the end, but I don't think people are catching on to it. Vitali has money. Okay? His conditions will be bad, but not as bad as those who don't have money. So if you have money, you would have to pay to be in a rat infested place that has air conditioning and better mats on the floor than to be with one that doesn't have air conditioning, that stinks, that have dead rats. You see what I'm saying? It's just a different type of hell that you're living in. So you just heard the department guy say, yeah, he's going to be in the one with air conditioning, but it's, what Jamari is showing is the one where they have the poor people, the poor immigrants who are locked up, not the immigrants who have a little money and can pay a little bit better to live longer or something like that. So I just wanted to let y'all to keep that in mind. Singapore fixed the problem in the 80s. They caned the hell out of that guy for spraying paint there. I don't even know about what's going. I can't even comment on Singapore because I don't know anything about it.
This will be a criminal trial.
The civil trial, I don't know, it's civil criminal. Maybe it's criminal. It will maybe last 2 to 3 years.
Oh.
Then the minimum charge, I think, will be 5 years per guilty verdict.
And at 5 years of imprisonment per guilty verdict being on the table, he might have literally racked up a lifetime of charges. Understand that Vitali has been sent to the Bureau of Immigration Detention Center, where he will be held until a date of their choosing. And it sure looks putrid in there, guys. I'm talking about 3 people to a bed, no showers, no plumbing, rats and other rodents crawling around on the ground, and bugs crawling on your body as you try and sleep or really do anything else. Not to even mention the gallons of piss piling up in the rectangle-shaped community urinals. I mean, just looking at this place, I am in desperate need of a tetanus shot. I mean, there is a reason they literally call this place the gulag. And I am going to be diving deeper into his living conditions later on in this video, including an exclusive leaked interview with someone who was being held there only a few months ago. But first, let's get to the president of the Philippines, Bong Marcos, who actually made a reaction video to Vitali's antics. He would actually take to his own personal YouTube channel to address this matter, and I do have the little Google translation going on down here at the bottom.
Give me your scooter now! Give me your scooter now! Yes, sige na, tingnan ko rin.
Ang isa pa nating nakita ngayong linggo, yung kagalit-galit na pinanggagawa ng isang foreign vlogger sa ating mga kababayan. Ano naman Pilipino ang hindi kukulo ang dugo sa napapanood natin?
So he's basically sending a message to the Filipino people here, saying that they should be outraged by this behavior and really they're not going to accept this. I mean, to me, when the literal president is speaking up about your antics, that's how you know you fucked up.
Nakakalungkot dahil ito isang naging bahagi.
At 70 pesos.
I'm sorry. Guys, let me make this bigger for you so you can see. Sorry. Hold on. Because he doesn't. Why not just read it, right? Why not just read it?
And really, they're not going to accept this. I mean, to me, when the literal president is speaking up about your antics, that's how you know you fucked up.
Nakakalungkot dahil ito isang naging bahagi na ng social media na nagkakaroon ng mga vlogger na nanggugulo lang, nang aasar lang, nang buwisit lang, nang babastos lang para makakuha ng mga viewers. Huwag tayong sasama dyan sa ganyang klaseng ugali.
And like I told you guys previously, I do truly believe that Johnny Somali is the one who opened up this can of worms. He's the one that kind of put it on everyone's radar that there are dumbasses going around being disrespectful like this in foreign lands. And honestly, good for the Filipino people for actually putting their foot down and dealing with this matter before it gets out of hand.
Tayo pumalag sa mga bully. Kasama nyo ang pamahalaan para ilugar ang mga ganitong tao. Sana ay magsilbing aral ito sa mga pagtatangkang pumasok pa rito sa Pilipinas para lang hamakin at gawing katatawanan ang ating mga kababayan.
So yeah, he essentially
Here's the thing. Hold on. This is the thing. This is why I'm very disappointed in Korea, and I don't have faith that Korea is going to be hard on Johnny the way the Philippines are hard on Vitali, because Johnny is black and from America. That's the thing. I I can't prove it. It just feels that way because there was so many other people, including servicemen, who were locked up for less. Why is Johnny Somali getting the special treatment? Because he's black and he's from America. It's a different combination. If he was white, or definitely if he was Korean, he would have been locked up already. But the thing about it is that they keep kicking the can down the road. They keep kicking it. They keep doing it. It's like, why isn't he in jail like the Philippines just put? Look, Vitali court case hasn't even been set up yet. Do you understand? His court case hasn't been set up yet. Johnny Somali has already admitted guilt. He already pleaded guilty to all his other charges in the past. He could be in jail right now waiting for his next trial. But no, the Koreans, the South Koreans who are cucked are like, no, we're going to let you stay out until we finish all of the criminal charges by their own laws. By their own laws, when he admitted guilt, they could have locked him up already. They could have locked him up already. I don't know if they are scared to show the after. Philippines don't care. Philippines are like, yeah, we don't care if you even die in jail. We're going to teach you a lesson. And you guys are like teaching everybody else in the world. You in Japan are teaching everybody else in the world. Oh, if you want to play with people, just go to Japan and just go to South Korea. Because that's what these vloggers have been going to. They've been going to Japan. Japan still ain't learned their lesson. And they're going to South Korea. They're not going to Singapore. They're not going to Thailand. Okay, they definitely ain't going to China. So you got the two Asian countries. And if it wasn't for the Muslims in, let's be clear, the people who beat up Somali are Muslims. Let's be clear who did that. All right. So I'm just saying, like in Israel, did I say Somali? No, the people who beat up Somali in Israel were Muslims. So yeah, let's be clear on that. So that's the reason why he left, and he kept getting his ass kicked in Israel. But also the Israeli people was being cucked too, because they'll lock him up and leave him and let him out, lock him up and let him out, lock him up and let him. So then the people of Israel would beat him up. So then the same thing happened in South Korea, but then they stopped. At first they would like punch Somali, and then they just stopped doing it, to the point where this guy would come out in public and into a shopping mall, and like nobody's punching you. What? Yeah, he went to Israel. He sure did. He didn't stay there long because he kept getting beat up. But the police there would arrest him. They arrested him twice, and they let him go within a matter of hours. So then, I guess you could say the Muslim Israelis or something like that started coming after him, and they beat him up. I want to say 3 times.
Statement there by saying don't take our kindness for weakness, and that they're essentially going to take every opportunity to make an example out of
So
Vitali.
he ain't gonna look like this anymore. He all nice and jacked up. You know what I'm saying? He nice and jacked up. He gonna look anorexic when he get out of jail. Watch.
And completely fuck him up. I also did want to show you guys this little bonus clip that I didn't get to show in my OG video about Vitali, where he just continued to run around acting like a menace.
Follow me. I don't want to hear. I don't want to see this. I don't like bullies, and this is why I enjoy videos. Y'all want to know why I enjoy videos of the police like totally just destroying criminals? Because I like to see bad people get their just dessert. I do. I get off on it. Because you don't see it often. You always see bad people winning. And you see them more winning than you see them losing.
Ages 15 to 35. And today's video sponsor, Manscaped,
No, thank you.
it seems like the way they are still living while awaiting their trials is equally as bad. I think this dude just has that modern day PR team working behind him. And sadly for a lot of these people being kept here, they didn't even have to necessarily break any laws or really step out of line. Most of it just seems to be like gray area immigration visa problems that led them to being locked away for literal years in this hellhole.
Detainees are held on charges of anything from visa violations to violent crime. Many say they are innocent, but can endure lengthy waits to present their cases before a judge. One man's allegations particularly stood out. He alleged that he went into solitary confinement without food or any human contact. He said he only had a rusty tap for water, which was undrinkable. He said that if you get sick inside there, you might as well be dead.
It's gradually got worse and worse. He was put into the cage, which was no taller than 3 foot high. You couldn't stand up, you know, and he just got covered in sores and bites. There was cockroaches in there. He just became very ill, and so he would not have survived 2 weeks in there.
There were beatings. People were treated there worse than we would treat farm animals. There, people just had enough. They couldn't take it anymore.
He says the not knowing when his detention would end was like mental torture.
Weeks go by and you're not getting fed, you don't have access to clean water, you're not cleaning yourself, and there is literally no access to any sort of...
This looks like the place that Vitali would live in. Like, he doesn't have, like, if you have, like I said, if you have money, you're on somewhat of a better mats, less pests and everything like that. So it's more on a corruption basis, to where if you have more money, if you have the time to pay off people, you can basically get a little bit better treatment, but you're still in squalor, you know.
Medical care. I did find this other leaked video on Facebook that shows these guys all laying around looking completely miserable. It looks hot, it looks overcrowded, and above everything else it looks completely unsanitary. You know, the entire thing just reminds me of some sick shit that you would see in a history book talking about how fucked up some situation was. And it does seem like a running theme in these different articles I've read, is that if you do not have access to money, you are essentially powerless. This obviously is a corrupt system where money, or specifically pesos and yen, can apparently get you access to better living conditions with private showers and even air conditioning, as well as the ability to jump the line and really expedite your trial. And this is where I get to this secret interview that someone recorded in the gulag, where a man from Australia discussed this horrible place.
Hey, mate, what's your name? So, where are you from, Peter?
Queensland, Australia.
Okay, how old are you?
66.
And whereabouts are you now?
I'm in the BIWF, the Bureau of Immigration Detention Centre, Warden's Detention Centre.
You've been here for how long?
4.5 months.
4.5 months. And the crime you committed to be in here? Overstayed.
Is that a cat? ain't no detention center. Okay, I'm calling PS on this one. Wait a minute. Chat. Come on now. Come on. I'm sorry. Are y'all really trying to get me to believe that they allow pets in the daggone jails? I'm sure that's not food. I didn't even see this the first time. I'm like, wait a minute, is that a cat? Nah, I'm sorry, dude. I don't know. I'm sorry, now I look at this differently. They locking up cats too. I'm sorry, now I'm looking at this differently. I'm sorry, yeah. No. No.
Yes.
Okay. And what's the general timeline for someone to be in here just for simple overstay?
Minimum of 6 months and usually around the 2-year mark.
2-year mark for overstay?
Yep.
Okay.
Now, obviously, I did have to redact his identity, but he's...
Okay, I just don't believe this, though. I just don't believe it because, well, okay, all right. Am I going to, if I was to give it charity, because I'm not looking at the man. I'm looking at everything behind him. So you got the water cooler. So he's more likely staying in a place where there's a decent, where if you got money, you're taken care of. So you got a water cooler. I saw a cat. You saw a cat in the background just chilling. You see clothes, you see people, like, this looks like way better conditions than what everybody else is talking about.
It says here that it's a 6-month minimum and that the average time to stay there is 2 years.
There is no charges to fight. I mean, it's just you're automatically convicted.
And so that's just normal processing time. Could be like 1 year or more.
And there's a fan. So this is, okay, I'm going to assume that this is the condition that Vitali is in, because this does not look like the conditions of the pictures that they showed earlier. So if you got money, this looks like the place you could be at if you got money to pay for a fan, to pay for your clothes to get hung up after you have, when you put them away or whatever, so to have multiple clothes, to pay for a water cooler. Like, this what this looks like.
Well, can be 10 years.
And there go the cat again, right here. There go the cat. I'm looking at the cat again.
There's no set time. This is just the way it is.
And you know of the medical treatment here. How good is the medical treatment here?
Absolutely none. I haven't seen a doctor since I've been here.
Here he says that when you get sick, they don't really care unless you have the money to give them to obtain basic medicine, and that several people have died since he showed up due to the lack of access to medical care.
When you leave here, everything has to be, you have to have the
cup, you got the little chairs. Yeah, he's in a better condition than the other immigrants.
Money yourself, otherwise you don't go, they won't take you.
And if you become ill or something like that, basically what will happen if they're not supplying anything?
You die, I'd say.
You die.
Yeah.
So there he does say that if you do get sick enough, they will isolate you from everyone else, but it will be in a shed filled with rotting rodent corpses. He then talks about a 90-year-old mentally ill man who passed away quickly from pneumonia after he says the guards there purposely stripped him down and constantly threw cold water on his body, in turn obviously making him sick.
There's a shed on top of the hill.
Yep.
Is it sealed off? Like
Well, he had to move out. The rats were getting too bad in there, and then they started killing the rats, and then the rats all died, and the place absolutely stunk. So he did manage to move out of there into another area, another medical section.
And what did he actually die of?
He died of pneumonia.
Pneumonia?
Yeah.
Okay, he had that when he came in, did he?
No, it's something you get when you've got no clothes and you get cold water thrown on you on a regular basis with no clothes. He was shitting the bed at night, that sort of thing. So basically what they did is they got rid of him, basically.
So they left him naked, slouched over a table, throwing buckets of cold water on him, which caused pneumonia, and basically killed him.
Well, that's basically what happened here.
And this same channel did upload himself walking through the gulag, and it really just looks like a slum where everyone seems absolutely miserable, and at this point it kinda just serves as a Vitali POV. In general, it was very hard to find information on this place, and these very few leaked videos seem to be the only thing to truly document their life there. I don't know if the person running this channel got caught, as the video with the man was called Interview 105, but sadly there are only 2 of these videos uploaded at this point. But just
when I get some time, I should just go and check that video out. But we don't have time right now because 1, I overslept, and 2, Willymac's video is over an hour long.
No, the fact that Vitali is in this hellhole is absolutely insane, and it should really serve as a lesson for all of the IRL streaming clout chasers out there, that it's really just not worth it, and that you are far from invincible no matter what your cocaine-fueled, steroid monkey brain thinks. I mean, for this clown to continue his unremorseful actions, and to literally mock the people making decisions with his life, was just beyond stupid. Like, he should have been in there begging for mercy instead of trying to channel his inner Tate brother and do this whole photo shoot. I mean, honestly guys, this could be the very last we ever see of Vitali. Like, he is completely under their control.
He don't look like this when he get out. When he finally have his trial, that smile is going to be off his face. And this is what I'm so angry with South Korea. I'm so angry with South Korea not doing this to Johnny. Like, they look so bad as a country. I used to want it, I would love to visit there. I don't want to visit there. Like, if you're going to let this criminal do this to your country, you don't deserve my money, and you don't have my respect. I think what happened was, just like Africa, they sent their best of their people. They sent the best of their people to America. The best Koreans we have are the rooftop Koreans. the best of the Koreans, the best of the South Koreans are here in America. Just like the best of the Africans are here in America. Like, it's just how it is.
This point. But either way, I will keep you guys updated on this situation, so y'all make sure you subscribe. I do want to know what you guys think about this update down below in the comments, and I also want to thank you guys for sharing this video with a friend. I mean, it's just one of those things, guys, like, you play the stupid games and you win the stupid prizes. And for him to be almost 40 years old running around doing all this shit was just despicable. Like, honestly, there should be a case study into the brains of both him and Fusi, and how early internet stardom completely fucked them up. But either way, y'all know it's been your boy the Tan Superman and some other out of control
Okay, that's fine. What are they talking about? The left finally broke. Hold on a second. The left finally broke Elon.
This week, all the vandalized Teslas might have finally broken Elon Musk because he's just announced that he is stepping back.
Musk to reduce Doge rolls after Tesla profit plunge. Huh? I don't care. I don't care. I don't know why y'all caring about this. Republicans are so stupid sometimes. Like, y'all are not consistent. We don't give a damn about no electric cars. That was always a liberal thing. And I have news for you. Elon is not conservative. Elon is liberal. He is one of these liberals that are upset that the Democrats went too far left and left him home and politically homeless. He's just like Tim Pool. You know, the one that's talking about that Killer Camelo is innocent. The one who's talking about Killer Camelo is actually just is fighting as reference to self-defense. How is it that you guys embrace these centrists and then you get mad when they actually become centrists? Damn, it's so stupid. I'm glad. You know what? I'm going to say something. I'm glad Tesla stock is falling. Boom! Headshot! I'm tired of those. First of all, the Cybertruck is ugly as hell. It is very ugly. I don't trust no electric vehicle. And to sit up here and brag about buying one, you a fool. You understand, if the weather gets too extreme, you're not going to be able to drive that damn thing. It takes way more time to recharge it than it is to fill it up. And once again, you dumbasses are allowing some other power to control your transportation. Like every last one of those electric vehicles have a kill switch. Who controls the kill switch? Now, when I say kill switch, I'm not talking about it's going to kill you. It's going to make the car undrivable. Meaning that if they don't want you to drive it, they can just turn it off. That's how electricity works. You can't do that to a car that got gas. Okay? If I want to get on my motorcycle that has gas, you can't stop me unless you put a blockade up there. You can't be in California and hit a switch and all of a sudden my motorcycle turns off. That's not how that works. You can't do that with any of my cars. But you can do that with electric vehicles. Somebody who controls the kill switch can stop you from using it. They can also track you. And the reason why they're able to lock up everybody that attacks those cars is because those cars come with cameras on them. They all come with cameras. Isn't that something? So I'm just sitting here saying, why would I trust that car? I don't know. And y'all are so into Elon, who I don't trust anyway. Never really liked Elon. Okay. Besides him being a single baby mama maker, this man just makes kids. He don't care about being a father. He just want to make them. But he's also very good friends with Andrew Tate. And who's the other rapist he's a good friends with? Hold on, is there somebody else he's good friends with that I'm like, okay, you're questionable? It's somebody else, Andrew Tate and Tristan, and he's also Russell Bland, or whatever his name is. So I'm like, dude, you tend to keep company with bad people. Yeah. And hold on, I gotta say one more thing. This is so unrelated. How about I just heard today, this is how busy I've been. I just heard today that J.D. Vance visit the Pope and the next day the Pope died. I said, wait a minute, I just heard that. I just heard that J.D. Vance went to go see the Pope and then the next day the Pope died. No. What did he? No. Sorry. He saw the Pope the day before. Hold on. I'm sorry. He saw the Pope the day before Easter. Or maybe he saw him on Easter. I'm not sure. And the Pope died later. Okay. All right. I already know it. Kanye. That's how I already celebrated me saying I was right about Kanye. I did that on. When did I do that on? I did it on my political video. Sorry, I did that on my political video. But yeah, so much stuff been going on this week though. Yeah, I already did a video. As a matter of fact, I uploaded a video about Kanye on this channel. So it was a lot. It was a lot going on. And look, once again, Shira7 defended some damn Kanye. Oh my God. I told you that's a hill she gonna die on, dude. She just does not want to admit that she is supporting a mentally demented person. Okay? Tell me he's a warlock. He's just an occultist. Like, no, he's not. No, he's not. All right, let's watch this situation with this. But yeah, I don't like JD Vance anyway. Just so y'all know, I'm not team JD Vance. I'm not. That man is a different type of evil. And I don't like him. you know how you can, I don't know about the rest of you. You can see you can see very, very bad energy around a person. I see that with JD Vance. I see that with JD Vance. JD Vance has a wicked aura about himself, and I hope he never, ever, ever wins. I think I would be so pro DeSantis before I would ever vote for JD Vance. So there's something very wicked about that man, and you'll never catch me talking well about him. And I know he has a sure shot to be the next president. But let me tell you something, Republicans. If you want to lose the next race, I don't know. I don't know. I really can't say for sure because I don't know who the Democrats are going to run for president. I can't even say because they're so the Democrats are so messed up. It's like, shoot, JD, I don't know. Let's see if DeSantis will do it, whatever. I don't know. But JD Vance is evil. He's a he's a dark type of evil that y'all have no idea. and if you understand there's a reason why he has a wife that's Indian. And there's a reason he's on I wish there was a way I can talk the way I really want to talk. But and it has nothing to do with race per se. I'm talking about a spiritual type of thing to where, yeah. Cuz it was amazing that after their trip to Rome where they had the Vatican, they went to India. And they went into the Hindu temples and they went to Tibet as well, and went into the Tibetan monk monasteries and stuff. And I said, I see what he's doing. Like, he is a wicked man. Like, I'm not. And please don't tell me. And please don't think I'm saying Hindu is wicked. Absolutely not. What I'm telling you is vampires, and I'm not talking about a spirit. There are people who can take the best of certain spiritualities and use it for their advancement that will cause the suffering and pain of those who don't know how to protect themselves, and use it for those who are blind followers and the gullible and the weak and the vulnerable. You see, okay, opportunist is the best way I can describe it. Thank you, judgmental lizard. Okay, it's the best way I can. Please don't think I'm saying that these are wrong spiritualities. Absolutely not. There has been a lot of people who have taken from different spiritualities and used it for their advancement if you know how to do it, and he knows how to do it. Okay? So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've seen this done many times by mostly men, by the way. And they know what they're doing, and if you observing them, you can see like, I see it. So it was like, I found that really strange. Like, you go see the Pope, then you go to a Hindu temple, and then the Pope's dead. The Pope died after Easter. What? What? I'm just saying, like, everybody talk about everything else, but y'all not looking at what I see. I'm like, dude, do you understand how crazy it is? The Pope died after Easter. That has never happened in the history of the Vatican. Ever. Ever, never, ever, ever, never. Never, ever. Never, ever. What a very peculiar way to die. All right, let me get off of this. I could talk about this forever because I'm like, wow. Like, that was something. Anyway. All right, so we're going to watch Willymac's. That's right, India. Harvesting energy. There you go. I don't like to use the word dark magic because dark magic has gotten a bad rap, but you can say wicked magic. I would say that, okay? Harvesting energy or wicked magic. Because you have good magic, you have wicked magic, you have evil magic, and you have blessed magic. You have a lot of these. It's just like the vibrations, right? You have a higher vibration, a low vibration. He's dealing with some very wicked, low vibrational shit. And he's taking it from some of the oldest type of spirituality. So you go from religion, which is Catholicism, one of the most powerful religions on earth. You go from that to one of the most oldest spiritualities on earth. That is not a coincidence. That is not a coincidence. That's what I'm saying. Because Hinduism is way before Catholicism. So you go from a monotheistic religion to, a monotheistic religion to a polytheistic religion, and poop, the Pope's dead. And this is the thing, like JD Vance hated Trump all the way up until 2023. All of a sudden now he all for Trump. I wonder what changed. And by the way, Trump dumbass the one that chose him. Anyway, that's all right. Let me stop talking. We'll just talk about this on another day. Because the more I talk about this, the more we're going to prolong this video, which is an hour and 18 minutes. Okay, so let's continue this. Here we go.
Destiny video, a lot has changed. We have a court document from Pixie's legal team alleging that he was deleting evidence, specifically messages with multiple women who have claimed that he shared sex videos with them without the participants' consent. So he wasn't just sharing videos with Rose, he was sending it to other women who then told Pixie. I had a conversation with Anna, who claims Destiny sent her videos of girls that she'd never seen before.
So I've been sent videos. I have no way of knowing if they were consensually, like, recorded or something.
God, this chick. Ugh. I don't care what y'all say. I'll never be on Anna's side. I don't like pick-me's. I listen, some pick-me's I will have patience for. There's some pick-me's I will never have patience for. And this Anna chick is a pick-me I will never, ever have patience for. And I would never, ever be on her team.
In my last video, I made clear that if Destiny wanted to be taken seriously again, he'd have to own up to what he did. He's always preaching about accountability. But now when it's his time to finally own up, he doesn't. Instead, he tells me he's going to drop the manifesto to end all manifestos. I was not very confident as the evidence against him was already damning. He literally admitted fault. Aaron tells Destiny, you distributed it non-consensually. And Destiny replies, yeah, I know. I have damaged her severely. He tells Pixie, I'm so sorry, there's literally zero excuse. But he tries to recontextualize this in our interview.
When I sent that message to Pixie, I was like, I feel horrible. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm psychologically damaged. You're like, this is horrible, whatever. I do feel.
He talks fast, so hold on. Sorry, I'm going to slow it down because Destiny talks naturally fast. He talks naturally fast, so I'm going to slow it down for Destiny. Hold on. All right, here we go.
Interview.
When I sent that message to Pixie, and I was like, I feel horrible. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm psychologically damaged. You're like, this is horrible, whatever. I do feel horrible. It has nothing to do with whether or not I consented to send the video. I just feel horrible that something that I was involved in ended up leaking publicly. Like, even if she would have said, like, even if that wouldn't have been sent to anybody, if somebody would have, like, hacked my Google Drive.
No, he's reframing it. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it is like he just admitted he knows what he did when he didn't have a lawyer. Okay, I want everybody to know that he has a lawyer now. He has a lawyer team now. But when he was out there just leaking stuff and talking stuff, he did not have a lawyer at the time. I don't know why dumbass people were saying he had a lawyer at the time. He didn't.
I would have said the exact same
He
thing.
even admitted that he was looking for a lawyer. Sorry. He even admitted his little manifesto that he's going to be finding a fire something lawyer.
Even if that wouldn't have been sent to anybody, if somebody would have like hacked my Google Drive, I would have said the exact same thing.
So was his manifesto good? Well, it seems to have persuaded much of his own community, with many of the top comments praising him. However, when you get down to the meat of the argument he's making, it doesn't change anything. I confront him about doxing, pedo allegations, as well as converse with people from his past. This is the Destiny Manifesto. Where there's DMs about you saying like, hey, I wish this person, has this person been doxed yet?
Yeah, for Anna, that's bullshit. For Jessica and Queeman, I'd kill him if I could. I'd choke the fucking house and do it. Bro, I swear to God, if I quit streaming, I'm gonna fucking go on an assassination mission, okay? These people are gonna start disappearing one at a time, okay?
That's why this video is sponsored by...
Sorry, I can't with the sponsor part there.
By anyone else's personal information for just a few bucks. So it's behalf. And automatically your name, you will see your address, phone numbers, family members popping up on all of these white pages websites. But if you give Aura just a bit of your personal information, after a few weeks, all of that will start to be taken down. You'll get less spam emails, less spam calls on your phone. It is genuinely life-changing. And Aura will continuously monitor the dark web and alert you if your personal information was exposed. You won't leave the back door to your house open at night, so why do it online? Plus, they give you up to $5 million of identity theft insurance should the worst case scenario happen. So stop the spam calls and protect yourself online by going to aura.com/Willymac to start your 14-day free trial. Thank you, Aura, for sponsoring this video.
We gotta find
Destiny's manifesto spends a lot of time clarifying that he is the biggest victim of these leaks.
It's incredibly bizarre how many people are fixated on insisting that I'm not a victim in this when I was the primary target of the entire revenge porn.
Because you leaked it! You leaked it! You gave a burglar the keys to your house, and now you're complaining that he came in there and stole your shit. Give me a break.
Posting. While other people were undeniably harmed by these leaks, they were seen as collateral damage to the publisher of the material and the website providing hosting for it in the goal to attack me, whether it was through reputation, monetary harm, or just some other form of sadistic humiliation.
Nobody is denying that you are also a victim. Nobody is denying that the hacker is a bad guy, but the only reason there is collateral damage is you. If you didn't non-consensually share these girls' images, there would be nothing for the hacker to leak. I feel like he knows this. He's just trying to mitigate accountability.
Thank you, Willie. Thank you. The only reason the hacker had it is because you gave it out. And what is with all these guns? What am I looking at in the background? What is the need to show all is do you see what I'm seeing? Look at this. He's showing how many magazines he has. He's showing all the guns he have access to. Really? I'm not afraid. Listen, he's just like Tim Pool, showing the weapons behind him as if to intimidate you to think like, don't mess with me, I got weapons. Listen, these are the people. No, those are real. They're not props. Those are real guns. Here's my thing. I am never afraid of anybody who wants to show off their guns. You the last person. Do you think, Steven, do you think Destiny goes out in public and he goes out in public packing? I doubt very seriously. Be afraid of the person that doesn't show off their guns, but you know damn well they got them. Okay? This is a phase of just flexing your chest. Flexing your chest. Like, look at me, I'll shoot you. You ain't gonna do
in front of his audience. In Destiny's video, he does provide some background information on the hacker who goes by the name Solo.
Solo messaged me sometime in the morning and said that he was unhappy with how the coverage of the leaks had been so far. He felt as though people weren't giving it enough attention, so he was going to leak more from my logs with Rose if I didn't allow him to come on my stream and speak with me. I don't exactly remember what the message to me was, as I just woken up, read it, and then responded briefly before going back to sleep. The next time I checked my messages with him, everything had been deleted.
Luckily, I have the messages. The messages are Solo demanding Destiny talk to him.
How did he get the message? Hey, Destiny, please read this fully and give me a response. Let's talk on stream. Whoever's yours, JSTLKs, Queemans, about the leaks. You can use this as your response to the leaks, or just have people grill me in there similar to what happened with. Does this man know anything about periods? Happened with Sunday and you yesterday. I don't mind. This whole thing has been so boring because of the omega levels of sweeping for JSTLK, Chud, Queeman. So I feel this is the only way to find any value in this at this point. Otherwise, I'll be leaking the full DMs, including all images and videos shared from you to Rose, and the information about Rose's age, plus full Twitter DMs in which you were negligent in verifying age, even after you joked about her looking so young that you would need ID to make sure she was really even 18. Let me know if this works for you. To be fair, if you gave me this threat, I go for it. Because listen, damn if you do, damn if you don't. You can't trust no terrorists. Because you give them what you want and then they're going to have new demands. So it's like, okay, go for it.
On stream, or else he's going to leak all the DMs and videos he shared with.
Okay, I'm glad to leave certain things out of the conversation. If you like to tell me what you want to avoid, you may. I assume the Lauren thing and more of the stuff I've told you.
Rose. He also threatens to release Rose's.
Oh God, hold on. More of the stuff that
demanding Destiny talk to him on stream, or else he's going to leak all the DMs and videos he shared with Rose.
That hasn't leaked. Let's set this up.
He also threatens to release.
Anyway, she was underage while sending you the. No, I didn't know that. So she was underage? Hold on. Anyway, she was underage while sending you the vast majority of the stuff. And from what I've heard from her, you were pretty negligent about confirming her age, even asking for ID at one point on Twitter. This saying it was okay, a joke. You know what? You know what's so crazy about this? Even if she was underage, she's not going to testify. She's not going to say anything to it. She has been quiet. This Rose chick, she has been completely quiet about what's been going on. So it doesn't even matter. That girl could have been 12 years old. If she doesn't say anything, this is a nothing burger. So there's that.
Rose's real age, saying you were negligent in verifying her age even after you joked about her looking so young that you would need her ID to make sure she was really even 18. The only other time I heard this allegation of Rose being potentially underage is when I interviewed Kelly Jean.
So he tweeted like a bit over a week ago.
Kelly G, Kelly.
That the Rose girl was an OnlyFans girl. She's not. Mm-hmm. She never had an OnlyFans. She was never on any platform that could have verified her identity.
Why is she known as like a Fansly OnlyFans e-girl?
She sold nudes via Twitter. So it's not that we're trying to say Destiny's a pedophile. It's that we're saying Destiny is reckless.
I'm gonna be real, she does end up doing that. It's very much what she would imply. She'd list all this evidence for why Destiny should have been suspicious that she was underage.
Also, didn't bother to check someone's like age, right? It's like a...
Should she claim she was underage?
She said she was 19 to him. That is true. But she also said, or 18 or 19. I think she said in messages she was 18 and then turned 19 is most likely the case. She was also saying, she was saying to Destiny, I can't come see you because my parents won't let me. Mm-hmm. So there was like a lot of like, within these messages, sort of tone indicators that this is a very young person. So when someone says only...
Well, no. I mean, I know some people who she's a female. And if she's a female living with mommy and daddy, she could be literally like 20 years old. If she's living with mommy and daddy and don't really have a job and she's depending upon their finances, they get to tell her what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm assuming because the reason why I couldn't wait to get the hell out of my parents' house is because they kept telling me what to do. I was underneath their control. I was underneath their rules. So if she had to travel outside the state, she would need money, which they would have to provide. She'd need to tell her parents where she's going, and she'd need to tell them why she's going. So I agree. Also, this woman probably was so creeped out by Destiny, she probably just said that for just saying it. Like, I don't want to come out there because my parents, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's because she's underage. It could be numerous things. two possibilities. One, she's so disgusted by Destiny, she just said that so she have an escape of why she can't come without rejecting him outright. And two, she is underneath the financial and she lives with her parents, so therefore they make the rules. So yeah.
Fans. Yeah. They're spreading a piece of misinformation in his benefit. Because if she did do OnlyFans, he could say, well, this website, which is known for verifying people's identity and age, says she's 19. Therefore, it's reasonable to think that she's 19. In this case,
I personally feel like that is too convoluted of an argument. And if she lied about her age, I'm probably not going to hold him accountable unless I see evidence that is very obvious that she's lying, or he asked for ID or some shit and she's going no.
So he does do that. He he makes a message saying,
is that in the leak?
I'll have to find the exact quotation of when he mentions identity.
Kelly never proves this. She links me to the hacker telling Destiny she was underage, and Destiny replies saying she told him she was of age.
That's pretty weird, considering that she told me she was of age, was selling NSFW material to people, but okay. Yeah, this is not going to stick. Actually.
Selling not safe for work material.
When we started talking, she told me she was of age. The solo guy on Kiwi Farms says as much. I don't think she's underage. I don't think she was ever underage. Well, I mean, except for when she was underage, but before I talked to her.
When navigating Kiwi Farms, the hacker himself would clarify in a later post, to Rose's knowledge, Destiny did not know her real age. And even if he did not make it known to her. I don't believe Destiny is a pedophile. Now, apparently there are DMs jokingly asking for ID, commenting on how young she looks.
If I go to a club and I f someone underage, it doesn't matter that I ask for their age if they turn out to be younger. You're still going to get prosecuted the same way. It's like the onus is on you. You can use that as a defense only to a point, especially if there are other reasons to believe this person could be underage, as there is in this case, or at least you are not sure. No, I don't think we can confirm their identity. So Rose's boyfriend says she was 17 at the time, and I don't know if she said she was 8.
If you don't have participation from Rose, this is a moot point. Okay, that's what I want everybody to know. There's no need even to dwell on the age. If Rose herself is not going to bring clarity to this is just a dead argument.
18 or 19 at the time of sending things.
I get what you're getting at. I need more before I'm comfortable going that far.
Yeah.
Kelly wasn't able to ever find me this message, so I asked Destiny about it. Did she ever engage with you or like show you like a site where maybe it did check for age verification at any point?
I'm trying to think of how much.
Like at some point.
No, well, the answer is yes. So like she was like an active user of I think Tinder to find hookups and shit. And Tinder is an 18 or older app.
And Destiny sent me messages he had with Rose and her talking about using Tinder. I haven't used Tinder in like 8 years, so I don't know. Google says it verifies age. There needs to be more tangible evidence. Right now, the worst case scenario is that she might have lied to him. And that's the end of the good news for Destiny. Like, yes, congrats, you're not a pedophile, but the few extra wins he racks up during his manifesto are just so insignificant. You know, yes, Pixie did ask for a comical amount of money.
Her first demand letter to me was for a total apology, then at least $15 million in compensation. That.
Yes, people weaponizing your nudes against you is wrong.
I was now in an impossible position. A revenge point of me was still being blasted across the internet with family members, including my 13-year-old son, being spammed with explicit videos of me, sometimes even by...
Judgmental, just stop it. Just stop it. Destiny is not Rose. Destiny is not the hacker. Destiny is not hacking himself. Just stop it. Okay? You're not convincing anybody. Destiny is not Rose. Destiny is not the hacker. That just makes no damn sense. Go sit down and eat your food.
Popular social media personalities like Just a Minx. I guess it's because I'm a guy at school. I'm trying to get better, but the image of Destiny sucking that is ruining it. Based. And then this is just her casually, replying to tweets of mine. It's good. Getting some good Twitter engagement here. Not that anybody gives a fuck because she's a girl and I'm a guy, but it's all good.
Sue her. Sue all of them. Hold them accountable. But why would this make me view the Pixie situation any differently? What you're complaining about is what Pixie and everyone else you shared videos of has to go through now too. You chose to share videos of yourself with an e-girl. They didn't. You made that decision for them. He acts like this is a risk everybody signed up for, which is not true.
For people who are extremely concerned with their privacy or material possibly leaking, I generally just recommend that we don't record anything at all, as there's always some risk that stuff can leak.
What he's not acknowledging is the risk was him. I'm seeing Destiny in his DGG chat saying he's...
Let me read this. Because I'm not trying to convince, I'm just making nails and spitballing. Well, shut the fuck up because you're distracting me with the saying of shit that's not true. Okay? You can spitball, but don't spitball stupidity. You were winning at first. I was complimenting you at first. Now you're just acting like a tard. All right. Destiny, how much did you spend so far on this Peepo G? He says, too much. That's the gross, disgusting part. Anyone responsible for any actual revenge corn will walk, because I'm probably not going to push it further since it's all just bad publicity for me now. And Pixie is forcing us to both waste tens of thousands of dollars fighting each other now. It's just retarded. Lauren threw up money in front of her eyes, and Pixie probably realized that she has no future in the industry. So she wanted to grab it before dipping. Thunder Senpai. Destiny, what's the beef with Lauren though? I guess I missed that lore a bit. Is she just crazy for you or against you, lol? How was you not around for that? How are you part of Destiny's community and you wasn't around for him and Lauren being together? Lauren D. Herpes. Thunder Senpai, when me and Melina split, Lauren wanted to date. I said no. 2-3 days later, no, that's not how that happened. They were bumping uglies. Let me tell y'all what happened between Lauren D. Herpes and Destiny. Okay. Lauren D. Herpes was bumping uglies with Destiny. Okay. And even in Turkey Tom's documentary, she's in there actively with Destiny, sitting beside him, being affectionate with him. And then also Turkey Tom admitted that once he finished rapping, she told everybody to leave, and therefore she wanted some alone time with Destiny. So they were bumping uglies. What happened was she wanted to be the official number one. She didn't care if Destiny was with other girls. She didn't care if he was bumping uglies with other girls, but he wanted to take Melina's place. She wanted to be the number one hoe. Destiny said, no, I just got out of a marriage. I'm not looking for nobody to be number one anymore. That's that. And so Lauren D. Herpes got mad and she went on a rampage. I don't feel sorry for neither one of them. Anyway, Destiny, you didn't mention what they lied about in filing, right? Waiting for that to show up in discovery.
Not going to sue the hacker anymore? I'm probably not going to push it any farther since it's just bad publicity for me now. And Pixie is forcing us both to waste tens of thousands of dollars fighting each other now. Lol W. So I'm supposed to care about the sob story with Minx and Kiwi Farms hosting his nudes when he doesn't even want to pursue the culprits anymore.
It's incredibly bizarre how many people are fixated on insisting that I'm not a victim in this when I was the primary target of the entire revenge porn posting. While other people were undeniably harmed by these leaks, they were seen as collateral damage to the publisher of the material and the website providing hosting for it in the goal to attack me, whether it was through reputation, monetary harm, or just some other form of sadistic humiliation.
You were the primary target, but the collateral damage is because of you. Destiny never acknowledges this. He has the money to do it all. He's mad at Pixie though because in her story, he's not the victim. He's the bad guy. Now Pixie took him to court, and part of when you do that is you don't get an instant public-facing apology. I understand that, but instead of staying quiet, Destiny claims he had implied consent because Pixie sent a video of herself with another guy before.
With that out of the way, conversations guessing as to whether or not any of the leaked material was consensually—
What a dumbass argument. Hey, I was allowed to leak a leak you giving me head because you sent me a video of you having sex with your ex-boyfriend. Ladies, please learn from other women's mistakes. You ladies are in a different time, different space right now. You're in a different time right now where you got phones and hidden cameras and everything like that. Please, 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 please. Keep your damn legs closed until you get to know these guys better. The problem with everybody in these leaks is they all had sex within a matter of weeks of knowing each other. It's just crazy. If you keep your damn legs closed, you don't have to worry about any of this. Stop having sex with these people so soon. If they're operating from their root chakra, if they're operating from their lower self, they don't care about you. They don't care about any of this. And also, I'm disappointed in Pixie allowing this guy to straight film her And then she goes and film herself with, like, what is going on? Why do y'all think, if you're not going to make money, and I said this again, I keep saying this, if you're not going to make money off of you doing this, don't do it for free. What do they say? It's best to be a paid hoe than a broke hoe? Why are y'all doing all this sexual stuff for free? Why? To please some guy? Come on, dude. I told you I don't have no problems with y'all sending, having pictures of your boobies and this, that, and the other. But please have that as a teaser for your OF page or your Fansly page or some page you're going to get some money from it. Just to send this stuff for free for why? It's just ridiculous.
Shared was a hot topic of discussion following the initial leaks. Pixie would send messages to people to tell them that she had never sent videos of other people to me before, and she portrayed herself in her Substack as though I was the first person to ever suggest this to her, and I was the first person she ever recorded material with. I know that she's messaged people with stuff like this.
To me, her lying about the nature of their sexting would only make her a hypocrite. It doesn't make sharing other people's nudes without their consent okay. He doesn't even know if she didn't have consent.
Pixie was comfortable sending me videos of her and other identifiable men, with them even having saved the videos on their own phones. I took videos of some guy, I can send you later if you're interested. Sure, I'll send them to you when I get them. At no point in any of these conversations...
This is terrible. I took some videos with the guy. I can send you later if you're interested also. Oh, what? Yes. Okay. I'll send them to you when I get them. Why would you send a man you ain't screwing video images of you screwing another man? Unless you still have feelings for Destiny and you know he's operating from this wicked, degenerate level that you're like, ooh, I just need some attention from him. Let me send him pictures of me with some other guy so that he can basically look at it and maybe desire me more, maybe want me, maybe pick me. I don't understand this. And I'm still thinking money here. If this don't make no money, it don't make no sense. The generation that grew up with iPhones should know better. You would think, Vanessa. You would think. Ladies, don't do this. Don't do this.
I took videos of some guy, I can send you later if you're interested. Sure, I'll send them to you when I get them. At no point in any of these conversations did Pixie ever mention having explicit consent from any of these other men to share these videos with me. I have no way of contacting them today to find out if she did.
How would you know? She could have had them with twin. That, first of all, it's irrelevant if she had implied consent from them or not. Because none of those videos include you. If they don't include you, you have no way of knowing if she got consent or not. And you didn't ask. You didn't say, hey, Pixie, did you get consent to sit? No, because you're so worried about your ding-a-ling that you just wanted to get the pictures or the video. You didn't ask if she had consent. You're just assuming she didn't have consent. But you don't know. Also, it doesn't matter because it's not anything of you and her.
All this to say, consent was being reasonably understood by both sides of the situation.
What do you mean? How? He's assuming that she didn't have permission from this guy when he has no reason to believe that. And in what world does this give him consent to share her nudes?
Facts.
This makes no sense.
Facts! Oh my God, yes, Lord. Yes, thank you. Oh my God. Good video.
Sense. This was the manifestos to end all manifestos. And it's literally debunked by his own logic in our interview. One of the leaks on Kiwi Farms was a blowjob recording that happened with a guy he met on Grindr. And the recording allegedly starts before he walks into the guy's apartment.
Hold on. Pretty Okies. Mel is out tonight with her sister doing stuff. So I went downstairs and sucked off some guy from Grindr. I recorded the audio, but it's not that great, LOL, but still fun. Oh.
And if you read the DM of Destiny sharing the video to Rose, he says, this is just the end.
He's about to read it. This is just the end with him finishing. Again, audio scuff because my phone is in my pocket.
Again, audio scuff because my phone was in my pocket, implying that the video was secretly recorded. Here is Destiny's defense.
Well, why would he have it in his pocket and not record the thing with the video? It must be because he's not letting the person know. He's secretly recording them.
Yeah, sure. So let me preface this by saying The only reason that recording that you're talking about is leaked is because I think all the girls that started messaging afterwards were like, oh my God, this might be non-consensual, blah, blah, blah. I think that group of people started leaking shit to Kiwi Farms of hookups that nobody is alleging anything wrong has happened. So it's very fucking annoying. And that what you're talking about, like literally audio, that entire thing is now just public for no reason. So
you leaked it. You said it. What are you talking about? You leaked it. And you had the audio in your pocket. If he was consenting, you would have had the audio out so you won't complain about it being scuffed. Oh my God.
There's revenge porn of me posted that everybody's just spreading because it's fucking epic and hilarious, okay?
That makes sense to me. If the guy involved isn't claiming wrongdoing at this point, who cares? It's irrelevant.
That being said, generally with guys
no, it's not irrelevant, Willie, if the guy don't know. Also, hold on. This is relevant because, one, we don't know the identity of the guy. And we'll never know the identity of the guy because the only one who can give us the identity of the guy is Destiny. Two, this also shows that he's known for recording people without their consent and sharing it without their consent. So if the guy does not know he was being recorded while Steven was giving him head, then, and also I don't think the guy gonna give a damn. Like he was the receiver, not the giver. So like, you know, Steven can have this in his pocket, just shows that he has a problem with consent. So this is what you want to show the precedent of him doing things without consent. So it's still relevant.
There were guys that I've spoken with, and some people were like, hey, are you happy, or are you comfortable recording stuff? Do you want to do video? Most guys aren't comfortable with video. A couple have been, obviously, hence my fucking leaks. Some guys are like, okay, cool, you know, like audio is fine. I don't care as long as you can.
No. See, this is just BS right here because if you had consent, why have it in your pocket to where the audio is going to be bad? You understand that if you are recording an act with a man and he gives you he says, and you go to that guy, hey, do you mind if I record this? And the guy says, no, I don't mind you, but you can't, I don't want you to show me. You can show my ding-a-ling, but you can't show me. Then you would set the camera up to where it just show your face and his ding-ding. That's it. Or if he says, I don't want you to record the video, but you can have the audio on, you would have either tape or some kind of paper over the lens, and it will just have the audio just there. You're not even you're a streamer. You know how to set a camera up or a phone up to where it will take audio without the video, or it will take video along with the audio. You know how to set this up. Only a dumbass who's just basically recording without their consent will have it in their pockets. What are you talking about? This is very relevant. And you didn't have permission, hence why you complain about the audio quality.
Identified. That's why I don't even know how many of my things have been leaked at this point, but like it's pretty obvious the guy can like see my phone or he said like, oh, whatever. I think for that particular one, now I think this recording was like 5 years or 4 years ago, so I don't remember. But for this particular guy, he had said, listen, if you want to record audio, that's fine, but like don't pull your phone out. I don't want to see it. I'm like really paranoid about my face getting recorded. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's just a lie. We don't know that. We're going by his statement. We're going by his statement. We don't know. And if it's true 5 years ago, the guy who got his ding ding blown ain't gonna care.
I'll just probably start it before I come to the apartment. He's like, that's fine. Just like don't pull your phone out because that would like it's like he's just like paranoid about like me recording his face. I was like, okay, that was the hookup story for that dude. But it's really gay to talk about this because, well, one, it's actually gay, but then two, also nobody's alleging like any wrongdoing for any of these hookups. So it's like really weird.
It shows a precedent. It shows that you like to record people without their consent. Because let's not forget, Cherry, you did that with Cherry. The Pixie situation, I felt so bad for her. I was like, damn, that's messed up. But when he did this to Cherry, who didn't give consent, not only did give the consent to be recorded, because the same thing you did to this guy, you did it to Cherry. So that's when I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm out. I'm done and I'm out.
that because other people are literally leaking and spreading revenge for me, and then they're having me like describe like this fucking hot work, so I know it's consensual. Like nobody's even making an allegation of this. Like I don't know if this is gonna turn into like every single like I don't know if people are gonna start leaking every single video I've ever recorded, and they're like, I need you to explain to me like what was the blah, blah, blah. It's like nobody's gonna make an allegation about this. Why the fuck are they talking about all my hookups? It's cringe and gross and weird. But that's my I mean that's for that. Yeah.
If he's not complaining about it, then how do we know?
Nobody else. Yeah. Nobody else.
Yeah.
Started, yes.
But that same logic entirely debunks Destiny's implied consent defense for Pixie, because that guy's not out here complaining. In fact, Pixie claims she had consent from him, actual consent to send those videos. She writes, "This is false. This guy was my ex who consented to sharing. I was not recording random one-night stands." I'll be real, the DMs she links don't really prove anything, but then a guy named Tom asks, "The question is whether or not you had consent to share the videos." She clarifies, "I had consent. I believe the courts will exonerate me." So Destiny's entire defense of calling Pixie a hypocrite is debunked by his own logic. It comes off as incredibly desperate. She says, "Destiny, you are now using intimate details of my life against me. I need you to stop. You've already shared some of my most intimate moments for the world to see. Why are you forcing me to share more?" Another defense Destiny alludes to in his response is that he was part of the scandalous videos, therefore that makes it okay to share. In a way, Pixie is kind of like the perfect victim.
It seems like she shared nudes with you. You shared them with a third party. That party got hacked. It all leaks.
By the way, I want to clarify a couple things. Hold on, just real quick. I never sent nudes that somebody sent me to somebody else. I've never done that before. It's really weird. I've only ever sent videos that I'm in. Now, sometimes those videos are with other people.
Ooh, did he just admit that? Hold on. So you do admit to. Wait a minute.
By the way, I want to clarify a couple things. Hold on, just real quick. I never sent nudes that somebody sent me to somebody else. I've never done that before. It's really weird. I've only ever sent videos that I'm in. Now, sometimes those videos are with other people, but like in terms of me sending anything.
Oh my God. He did just admit it. He did just admit it. He just admitted to me. He just admitted to actually doing revenge corn. He literally said, no. I never sent corn of videos of or pictures that people sent me of them. I've only sent corn of me with other people without their consent. He didn't say that without his consent part. He just admitted to just sending it out, dude. Oh my God.
To another person. It's like it's because I'm in it, not because somebody else is in it. Just to be super clear on that. To some people that doesn't matter. For other people, that's like a really big point. Because when that post was written for Pixie, it was written like he wanted to show my body off and blah blah blah. That's not true at all. Like, she's not even naked in that video.
That doesn't make any difference to me. He violated the person's trust in sharing the.
He just admitted to. Oh, Pixie literally got some more evidence to prove that Destiny did send no stuff. He just admitted on he should have. Did your lawyers really say that you should do this? Did your lawyers really tell you could do this? Like, oh my God, you just made your case worse.
Intimate video in the first place. Him being part of it or not changes nothing. It seems like the only reason he would bring this up is if he felt like there was some sort of legal distinction.
I talk about anything that's related, like specifically to any of the
question,
causes of action.
And then you say if it can be allowed in the video or not. Because if not, I'm not trying to fuck anybody. Okay?
Oh.
You very much clarified you're part of these videos too. Guess what I'm wondering is, does that make a legal distinction? Is that why you clarified that?
There's two parts that are really important that I'm okay comfortable talking about. So for one part of legal distinction here, and this is annoying because it applies legally and it applies morally, I think, and I guess it applies to the PR angle too. Like I have never ever in my life like tried to like shit on somebody by like sharing like a revenge porn thing of them.
You're talking about like the maliciousness of it, right?
Yeah, because some people are saying like, oh, I was trying to like humiliate, like I'm trying to humiliate. Like, no, I've never in my life have I done it.
It's not about humiliation. It's not about humiliation. It's about the fact that, oh God, I'm so tired of repeating myself. It's not about humiliation. It's about you getting a sexual arousal from sharing videos of yourself, but it's also a way of convincing the other person, hey, look at my performance. Or if this turns you on, hey, let me and you do it the same way. Let me and you do it also. How about that? Okay? So, yeah. Amazing.
I would never get, well, I mean, there was 14 years ago with the one blue tea girl. That was shitty behavior of me for sure.
Blue tea was somebody that Destiny sexted and then shared their nudes with his buddies, at least according to Ryan Beard's video, an old forum post I could find online.
Just thought it would be funny to share this woman's private nudes with his friends and joke about how f***ing hideous her face is compared to her beautiful body. And he also insulted her because he thought she looked like Shrek. So he shared a woman's private nudes without consent for the purpose of degrading her. In response, Blue Tea hacked Destiny's Twitter and tweeted out pictures of his dick.
She didn't deserve any of that. That was me being a retard or whatever. Like, I agree with that. But like, I've never in my life, like, I've never like sending videos or pictures and like, oh yeah, this is gonna humiliate this person. Huh? Like, that's just insane. Okay, that claim is insane. Nothing that's leaked from my logs implies that. I've never had a conversation leaked that implies that I would ever do that to somebody. Like, that's just wild. Yeah.
Just to be clear, these, because I have not seen the videos. Just to be clear, there is videos of Pixies that were leaked. She was not aware that you shared these with Rose.
I can't speak to that. I will clarify.
Why did you do the interview then? What the fuck you talking? Why? Why did you do the interview then? Why? Why would you do the interview? I don't understand this. You have a lawyer. You have a lawyer, and you are talking to a YouTuber who is going to make a video about this that's going to go in reference to your case, and now you're like, I don't know if I'm going to talk about this. I don't know if I'm going to blah, blah, blah. Like, what? What?
Okay. One thing.
Fair enough.
It's video. It's one singular video.
The Blue Tea drama happened in 2012, and if he was caught sharing nudes then, and he was caught sharing nudes now, that means he was probably sharing nudes in all the years in between. In fact, right after the Pixie drama blew up in January, DMs from a girl named Hannah leaked showing Destiny seemingly still trying to share nudes, saying, oof, I guess now that some stuff is leaked. LMAO, if you want videos of me eating, I got them. She laughs and then says, haha.
Okay, hold on. I got to talk to the guys.
Nudes, saying, oof, I guess.
Hold on. Men, where my men at? Listen to me. Listen to your auntie here, okay? You all are biologically wired to get excited sexually about things like this. And you have to have self-awareness. If you have been exposed to corn, doesn't matter if it's in the teenager years or whatever, and you are now kind of like your judgment is a little skewed. I don't know about any of your personal lives behind the scenes or whatever, but if you find that you have to look at yourself and analyze if you have a problem with looking at corn on the cob type of material, whether it's of you, of your friends, or of some strangers, or of some actresses, particularly on OF, right? I need you to understand this. This will be your demise. You have to understand that you cannot rise higher than your lower instincts. The most powerful people right now, the ones that stay on top as long as they don't feed into their lower vibration. Look at what's happening to Elon Musk right now. Elon Musk is slowly being destroyed. Not only because of, we understand his whole thing with Tate, but with Trump, right? But understand, a lot of women don't like him because of his alliance with Tate, because of his need to make single baby mamas and have all these kids, but not be a father. You see what I'm saying? Not be a father. And it's like, don't be this way. Don't do this. Don't do this. Please don't do this. Please don't be like this.
Now that some stuff is leaked, LMAO, if you want videos of me eating, I got them. She laughs and then says, haha, no, don't show me that. Those are super private. I can't imagine how it feels having something so private be public, even if you were poly. Now this is crazy because behind the scenes, Pixie is saying he ruined her life and is posting her suicide note to him less than a month earlier. And if he was still doing this, that is psychotic behavior. Now Destiny would claim that this was all just edgy jokes that took place when they were flirting. He deleted his DMs, so it's hard to understand the full context.
This is like half on the record, off the record. I don't give a fuck. Figure out what you want to put on. Okay,
well, hold on.
A lot of dark humor. Okay, I've made jokes about a lot of things that people come back and try to make me sound like a sociopath. Like me and my kid's mom used to be physically abusive towards each other. And some people will link clips of me talking about it 10 years ago. He said he used to choke out his ex.
Even if he went down to hold her to stop throwing shit instead of hitting her, I'm almost 100% sure everyone would be saying the same shit. He had to leave her. He was going, yeah, of course. Dude, I wish I would have filmed my shit with Rachel. I wouldn't have any fucking fans today because you guys would probably think I'm a fucking abuser too. Guaranteed. Because you better fucking believe I had to fucking choke her out a few fucking times. That shit got crazy. Hell yeah, it did. And I guarantee you that everybody here would probably think I'm a fucking crazy physical abuser too. Sure.
And I'm joking when I say this shit. Or people say like, oh, Destiny's happy that his best friend.
Okay. Are we really using the joking thing? Are we really using the joking thing? What did I say, chat? What did I say? There is truth behind every joke. Didn't I tell y'all that? There's truth behind every joke.
And committed suicide when he was 20 because he jokes about it. It's like, I do joke about it. I joke about a lot of crazy shit. I joke about Rexful killing himself. I was also sad about it. So me and Hannah had been chatting maybe for on and off for like a year, had never been sexual ever, not even remotely sexual and anything ever. And then as of like, you have the dates on the messages. Was it like 2 months ago or 3 months ago?
It was, yeah.
I think she makes a joke with about Merck. Oh, and she deleted all those messages. Very clever. But she makes a joke about Merck and she's like, oh my God, I just saw that crazy girl Merck arguing with her. And then she's like, just so you know, I would never ever out any of your advances, LOL. And so when I see a message like that, I'm like, oh, that's a green light to flirt, I guess. And then I think our next conversation starts getting more flirty. And then she makes a reference to something about like videos or like, or something sexual or whatever. And I think I make the joke and I'm like, hey, listen, why are you looking for videos of me? They're still up on Kiwi Farms, LOL, which is true. But like, that was the extent of my message.
I can't prove anybody right or wrong here because they both deleted messages. And to be fair to him, he didn't send anything. But if she said yes to the offer, would he have? That's up to you to decide.
Would never, I don't want to.
Yeah, of course he would. Yeah, of course he would.
I'm not going to drag any of these people, okay? But I will say, like, I don't want to do any, I'm not going to do any of this, okay? But like, there are so many girls that send me messages. I'm not even sure, but like, there's so many girls that send me messages like this when everything was leaking, okay?
Hold on, you just sent me something? Let me take a look. Would find the leaked videos if...
Would I find the leaked videos of you if I looked, for science?
I'm sure if I looked, for science. Damn, so you're still getting fucking hit up. Even after you've been labeled an abusive piece of shit, they're still trying to get...
Yeah, but I'm just saying, just to give more context, like the environment is like everybody back here, not everybody, but like there's a lot of corny people. They say shit like this, whatever. It's whatever to me.
Mm-hmm.
But like if a message of mine got leaked like that, or I guess like that Hannah girl tried to, and it even showed up in Pixie's complaint. He's still offering women. It's like, no, bro, people are hitting me up and they're like flirting with me or whatever. And I'm like, hey, listen, my trip's on Kiwi Farms, LOL. Like that's not like a sincere offer to send anything. And like my shit is still publicly hosted. So what the?
I mean, yeah, okay. I will give Destiny this. Okay, I know it's gonna sound crazy, but Destiny is right. Okay, next t-shirt slogan. What did I say? Destiny is right. If you ever want to see him in action, all you got to do is go to Kiwi Farms. But the only reason it's on Kiwi Farms is because he leaked it. It's because he leaked it. He leaked it. So there's that. The truth behind there's truth behind joke. Oh, you know what, Nina? You might be right. There's truth in every joke. There's truth in every joke. Huh. I wanted, do you think that somebody make a t-shirt about that already? Let me see. Let's see if somebody made a t-shirt about that already. There's truth behind every, there's a little truth behind every joke t-shirt. Yeah, there's some people made it, but I could still make my own t-shirt. I would have to make my own design. There's a grain of truth in every joke. That's so true. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would have to make my own design though. The words are the same, but it's like people are doing a different design. So. Ooh-wee, I got a super chat. Ooh-wee, I got a super chat. Spitfire, thank you, Satan. Is this? Let me tell you something. Jesse Lee Peterson normally would have Jesse Lee Peterson normally has some good slogans, and that's just one of them. There's, saying Satan is his daddy. Satan is his daddy. Satan is their daddy. Satan is the Democrats' daddy. Lesbian. She's lesbian.
Do you want me to say? Like, yeah. But it's retarded. Like, people take it way too seriously. Like, oh, just as a quick example for that Hannah girl, right? This is a person I talked to for a year, no problems whatsoever. After she sends me that message, I find out like 2 days later, she's also in Jessica's server. And then she starts spamming my DMs with her into that server. Like, well, after deleting some of hers, I'm like, what the fuck? Am I getting like set up by these like random women that I've never had a problem with in my entire life?
Now, I don't know why any woman would trust Destiny enough to try and hook up with them still after all this, but that is happening. Now, Destiny deleting DMs.
Hold on. Come on now. Willie, they're called pick-me's. They're called desperate. I don't understand. Like, you understand? Listen. Both men and women will go after anyone when they're at their lowest. Because when they were at their highest, they felt like they were not going to be chosen, or they're not going to be picked, or they felt like when they were at its highest that person that was at the highest was out of their league. Now that they have brought back down to level 0, they're like, ha ha, I got a chance. When I was in college, y'all remember I told y'all the first time I heard about a train is when I was in college. The first time I heard about a train was when I was in college. And I said, what's a train? And they told me about it. And it was a girl who had a train, volunteer train. She wasn't R-worded, right? And could you believe after all that came out of the football team running a train on her, men were still trying to get with her, and she ended up with a boyfriend after that? She ended up with a boyfriend, but the bullying from the school got so bad that she ended up transferring. I think she transferred to Savannah State, I think. But it didn't even last a quarter, and she ended up going to another state, right? She ended up going to another school. And then she ended up dropping out of school because, let me tell you something, this is Georgia, baby. The only way you're going to escape your reputation is if you got to go to another school outside of Georgia. And you got to go to another school that's not historically black. Because historically black schools gossip with other historical black students in other states. So you would have to go to a white school or a mixed school, and you could start all over again. But she went to Savannah State, and her reputation followed her over there from the day she registered. Then she just dropped out completely. But the fact that she got a boyfriend, but prior to her getting a boyfriend, other men were still pursuing her, made me go, ew, it doesn't even matter. People will still go after you no matter what. Of course, men love women like that. No. Axum. Men love hoes. Boom, headshot. Say it with me now. Men love hoes. That's true, Abby. A lot less to lose. Yeah. Because when you got somebody at the bottom, hell, what? Your ego, look, your ego ain't going to get bruised if they reject you, and the chances of them rejecting you is going to be very rare. Yep, there you go. I know okay, you put too many days in there. Trash attracts trash. Facts.
Is interesting because Pixie's legal team has cited him doing this as a way to try and cover up evidence. On January 21st, 2025, aware of the impending lawsuit and potential criminal investigation, Vitali starts destroying evidence, including deleting messages between him and the plaintiff. Is this something you have done to try and hide or cover up anything?
What can I say publicly about this? This is what I'll say, okay? I have a right to delete any message that I want, ever, okay? Number one. Number two, if somebody wants to talk about records for a court case, so for instance, typically when you file a civil suit against somebody, you'll send them like a request for preservation of evidence. That doesn't mean I can't delete my message on Discord. It just means that I need to make a backup or an archive of anything that I have deleted on Discord that's not available to other people to make sure I have my own records there so that I can send that if a request is made in Discovery. I have complied 100% with any preservation of evidence request that's been made to me, 100%. So
did Sunday's video provoke you into deleting more messages?
Good question.
It was either that or before, yeah, when people started to like taste like shit for me around, I started No, actually, it was, I think, in December. I think I started running a redact across my whole fucking account. It took like a month or whatever to finish. But I like basically every message I sent before January 1st, I wiped from every fucking message because I was like, I don't know. Because my main concern, it wasn't actually even related to like Pixie or anything else. But my main concern was one thing that I didn't think about, that I have to think about. When people interpreted this, I guess if you want, this could be on the record. I don't care. No, like this could be
Everything you said so far regarding this, I'm assuming is on the record. Right.
Okay. When I sent that message to Pixie, I was like, I feel horrible. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm psychologically damaged. You're like, this is horrible, whatever. I do feel horrible. It has nothing to do with whether or not I consented to the video. I just feel horrible. It's something that I was involved in.
You just admitted on the video. You just admitted on his video that you sent the video. You just admitted it on this video that you sent the video. What are you talking about?
Leaking publicly.
So he's saying he preserved the deleted DMs for the court case only, but he's also recontextualizing DMs of him admitting fault. If you remember, Destiny replied to Nick, I didn't admit to anything. Nick would reply with DMs of Destiny saying, yeah, I know, I have damaged her severely, seemingly acknowledging that he's the one responsible. He's now saying that this is not the case.
Like, even if she would have said, like, even if that wouldn't have been sent to anybody, if somebody would have like hacked my Google Drive, I would have said the exact same thing. Holy, I feel so horrible. I'm so sorry. This is like terrible. Like, I'm sorry. You didn't deserve this at all. Like, this is really bad. I'm so sorry. Like, it has nothing to do with whether or not I consented consensually. It just has to do with the fact that because of like whatever my actions or whatever,
you distributed it non-consensually. Destiny. Yeah, I know.
like at some point, like shit got leaked. That being said, oh god. Well, I was gonna say that being said, one thing that I just and
Willie wanted to say, yeah, because you leaked it. Oh, Willie, you should have said it. Oh, this stuff got leaked. You leaked it. That's why. You leaked it.
maybe it was just me being stupid, but one thing I never considered before was, regardless of if I'm vetting people appropriately or not for setting material, I never considered what if somebody else gets on somebody else's account. So after stuff started leaking like in November or like I think in early December, I started to run a redact on everything because now I'm thinking, well, fuck, what if like a boyfriend, a sister, a father, what if somebody dies and like a friend gets a hold of their account and they log in and they see a bunch of explosive material? I'm just gonna fucking wipe all my combos and everything because I don't want to risk like other people's shit leaking or my shit leaking as a result of that.
Oh my God. What? You deleted it because you didn't want to basically have the father or the mother or whatever find the videos? Really? Really?
Did you delete anything in an attempt to hide stuff for the court case?
No, I have digital copies of everything. Like Redact literally has an auto archive thing, and Discord allows you to archive all of your conversations before doing anything. So
yeah, well, Discord. Yeah, I was gonna say, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. And I think I said this before, but it's worth mentioning again. You can delete anything off your phone. You can delete anything off your Discord DMs. You can delete anything out of your DMs or on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, right? But you cannot delete those DMs off of the server, which I do believe will keep those files up to 10 years. Because if there is a criminal case and they need to go check in your DM history and they have a court order to go and look for that, or it's in discovery that, you know, they have a court order through discovery to go look into your thing, then they're going to be found. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to be, that's how that works. So you can delete anything you want. So be careful what you send. Be careful what you send through DMs. This is why I can't believe these stupid libtards are making threats on TikTok or Instagram videos. And I'm like, you do understand that this is evidence to put you in jail to get you criminally charged, right?
I complied with every court request that I've gotten. Yeah, the fuck.
I feel like I've asked this before, but if you can't be on the record, fair enough too. Sure. But I just want to reiterate since we brought it up again. Did Pixie ever know you were sharing stuff with Rose?
That involved her. It's both of you, I understand, but that involved her as well.
Oh my God, just ask the question and be quiet. He was about to answer it. I hate when people do that. When you ask a very strong question and then all of a sudden you follow it up with more questions and justifications. Just ask the question and be quiet. Let them answer it.
For claims that are like, these are like the hyper-specific claims that this court case is going to deal with, I can't, on advice of counsel, I can't talk about those things in particular.
Okay, fair enough then.
I will say that when we recorded stuff, I was either married to or I was engaged with Melina at the time. And so, I mean, at the very least, like, that's one person that I'd be sharing stuff with that you would know, obviously, right? But
What is he on about? He's already said it.
I don't understand. So what? You're married to Melina. Who cares? Melina has a fansly. Melina sells nudies. Pixie doesn't.
He's taking responsibility without taking responsibility. It's hilarious. If you're still defending Destiny over this Pixie stuff, why?
like, this is really bad. I'm so sorry. Like, it has nothing to do with.
That's true, Axum. Even Snapchat don't delete it. Don't delete those Snapchats off of their server, because that's how some of the PDF files have been caught. A lot of, like, FBI's will go in there and they'll go into Snapchat. They go, okay, we know the procedure. We know.
Whether or not I consent consensually, it just has to do with the fact that because of, like, whatever my actions or whatever, like, at some point, like, shit got leaked.
I find it absurd that he's apologizing not for sharing the videos non-consensually, but for the hacker leaking them. Bro, the girls didn't want him shared in the first place. I can't get into it in the interview because he wanted all of that off the record. But it all comes back to this implied consent argument, which we've already determined is ridiculous. Now, I don't know what the result of their court case will be. If what he did was illegal, I'm not a lawyer, I don't know. But I do know that what he did was wrong, and that should be obvious to everyone.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
The biggest video to come out on Destiny was the content nuke by Ryan Beard, and I wanted to touch on the pattern of abuse he builds up in it. At some point, if you date enough girls that are crazy, at some point do you feel like you are the only consistent factor there?
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, there's a lot of things about my life that's, like, super atypical, that would draw those types of people and would induce that type of behavior as well. The issue with the video, like, Ryan Beard's, it's Ryan Beard, right?
Have you watched it before we comment on it?
Of course he watched it. Listen, I don't care. You know how Hassan liked to say, I didn't watch that video from H3 Nuke about me. I didn't watch. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I'm going to tell y'all ready for this? And I'm sure you know this already. Every content creator that has another big content creator that makes an exposed video about that content creator, watch the video. Okay? It's if it's just a tiny nobody content creator, sure, you can ignore it. There has been when was that? Back in 2000 and I came on the internet as Tree of Logic in 2016. So around about 2018, a jaded Candace Owens fan made a so-called exposed video about me because I kept blocking them and I kept coming after Candace, and they were saying that I am a fake Republican because I won't allow other black conservatives like Candace Owens to come into as if I could stop that. I'm not the gatekeeper. I don't even have that type of power. So their entire exposed video on me was an hour. I watched probably 5 minutes of it, and it was so stupid that I just refused to watch the rest of it. Now, they would try to come to my channel and post a video, Tree of Logic gets exposed, and all this other stuff, and I would just delete it. And then it hit me, I think I went back. So they're a very small channel, like they only had like 50 subscribers. So I think I went back probably 2 years ago because I found a bookmark about their videos about me. So I went to go look at it, and they move up from 50 to like 113, and the video is not past 70 something views. And so when you're very small, big content creators don't give a crap because you're small. Your voice is not heard. Nobody cares. Also, their content was stupid. I don't have that type of power. Okay, so I can't stop anybody from coming into the conservative movement. That's just stupid. But anyway, so it was just stupid ass video. But when you're big, the reason I told you this story is I'm telling you the difference between a big creator and a small creator. When you're a small creator, nobody gives a crap about you. You ain't got no power, ain't nobody watching you, and you don't have a nuke. You don't have a nuke that will make people come to your channel, like that guy who had a nuke on Mr. Beast, right? He just started his channel and got to 1 million subscribers because he was going after Mr. Beast, because he had content nukes, right? So when your content is full of nukes, yeah, you're going to get a lot of people to watch it. But when it's like mundane, who gives a damn, who cares about this stuff type of content, nobody's going to listen to it. Nobody's going to look at it. Nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Anyway.
Yeah, I watched it because I thought about like, do I want to do like a long-term response and go through like every single claim? The problem is that like, one, you're working with a full like 15 years of me having one of the most public lives on the internet. So basically anything I've been involved in is going to be out there for better or for worse. Sometimes in the worst light.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't finish my thought. When you have a big audience, more people going to see it. That big content creator has more credibility than a small creator, and they have their own audience. So when a big content creator makes a exposed video of you, the followers of that big content creator will spread that video about you, which has happened to Destiny. Okay. I think even there was a medium-sized content creator went in after Willie. But like I said, the video I saw them go after Willymac for, it was just stupid stuff. It wasn't. That's why I didn't get viral. That's why they didn't get a lot of views. You know what I'm saying? You have to have some delicious tea in your video for the video to gain traction.
Possible. That being said, like, I mean, there are things that I've done that are just like legitimately bad. Like, I shouldn't have done them. Like the Mia Rose stuff, that was bad. Like, I admit that.
The Mia Rose drama was in 2011. Destiny got drunk on stream and sexually assaulted Mia.
If I was a real friend, I would make you. Okay, go. Oh my God.
Listen, I'm gonna apologize. Yeah, say sorry.
Like there was a time when I got like, it was probably one of the, people say I'm like making justifications, but I'm not. Like, it was bad. But I got like super wasted for like the first time in my life on a stream. I think when I was like 22, and I was like grabbing me Rose's boobs when we were streaming or whatever. We were doing a vacation thing in like Utah. It was bad, but I mean, like, I've talked to her since. Like, I've apologized. I mean, there's nothing else I can do. It's always like strange to me when people like Ryan will make videos and say like he needs to take accountability, and it's like, this happened 13 years ago. Like, I've apologized. I don't know what else you want me to say. It's not like, I don't think it's good behavior. Like, obviously it was bad. Like, I don't know what else to do about that.
And Mia, as recently as 2022, has corroborated this, saying,
okay, it happened. I did nothing at the time. It was before there was any info in my world about what was right and wrong. I thought I had put myself into that situation, but at the end of the day, he did assault me. He had apologized, and we left it alone.
At the end of the day, he assaulted me, he apologized, and we left it alone. And the point of Ryan doing this was to show that Destiny has always treated women poorly. His best example that he brought up was Anna of War. Anna was somebody who hooked up with Destiny, and then they'd get into a fight, she'd cry on stream.
Steven, you lied!
I will never feel sorry for this chick. I don't care if y'all don't like me or whatever. I will never, ever feel sorry for this chick. This stream was so comical for me. I loved every minute of it. I love how she would just get so triggered. She started chimping out, and she, you call me princess, honey. And it was making Destiny mad. It was like, and then Zirkle would mute her every now and then. Like, I'm sorry. I was here for that stream right here. This was so good to me.
Lied and like you misrepresented so many things, Steven, and you know you did this. I mean, you've apologized to me in private, but you won't do it publicly. And
stop trying to act like it's so much different.
You're very irresponsible. It is, Steven. Don't pull this.
Destiny would label her as a stalker, like he can't get away from her.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. If anybody else here has advice, hold on.
Hold on, Steven.
I mean, obviously,
are you saying you're being held hostage?
I told you what to do, bro. I'm being lost by an undefeatable opponent, right? You understand? She has nothing to lose. She can carry this out for the rest of her life, and there's nothing I can do about it.
But then in the meantime, he'd be sexting her.
He did stalk me.
Did she lock? Okay, then why are you sexting with her still?
We're cool. We've been cool for a year, Max.
Okay, so you acknowledge that you've been sexting with her for a year?
Yeah, we've had on and off, sure. Max, can you acknowledge that I haven't said anything bad about her for a year? I said we've been fine. I've said that over
The
and
last
over.
time I talked to you about her, like 2 weeks ago, or 16 days ago or something, you said that she locked you in the basement of her mind and it was a traumatic experience for you. Locked you in the
Locked
basement
me
of her
in
mind.
the past. In the past, Max.
Oh, okay.
Why? Tell me, Max, why hasn't Anna come forward with any of this information now? Can you tell me, or do you want me to tell everybody why?
Because she's a cowardly pick-me who want to still be your friend. She's just selflessly in love with you, and I don't think she got Stockholm syndrome. Everybody want to give this chick a pass by saying she has Stockholm syndrome. No, she's just a low self-esteem, typical Becky. That's all that is.
I don't want to speak on her behalf.
Okay, I will. It's because she said she literally wants to remain friends with me.
And after seeing this, it makes me feel terrible for Anna, who was crying about this very thing for years.
I've told you multiple times, if you don't want to be friends with me, then stop. But like, you don't do that. I've told you multiple times. Stop this narrative, Steven, of like, oh, stalker and stuff. You're the one fucking calling me princess.
Oh my goodness, thank you for the raid, Terry. Very kind of you.
Is that, huh?
Very kind of you. Hello.
Number two, I'm pretty sure.
Hello, Terry. Welcome, welcome.
It was like a
This panel is insane. Everyone's here to just suck up clout.
So funny. The reason why nobody cares is because she's self-inflicting this pain on herself. Okay, if you don't like Steven, stop embracing him and embracing him every time he comes to you. I'm telling you, like when I know it's bad to say this, but I will stand and I will defend it 10 toes down and say it with my chest. She brought this on herself. She brought it all on herself. It's like, girl, if you didn't want to deal with Steven, block him. Nope. He will block her, then unblock her, then say, send me some feet pictures. She would. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel sorry for you.
From this poor girl's mental breakdown. Now, Destiny claims the reality of this situation was different.
It's one of those things where, like, when you
that's Frogan. That's her fat ass.
into the details, it becomes a lot kind of more murky and dumb. So, like, I think that the Anne of War story is interesting to look at. Like, people will make claims like, oh, like he was sexting her and then he was calling her crazy at the same time. People
is crazy though. And he was sexting her. So he was sexting a crazy woman. But she's a self-aware crazy woman who basically brought it on herself and asked for it. Okay? She literally asked for it. To this day, she's in love with this man. So I don't care about her. Y'all could, if it wasn't for you guys, I would skip this story completely.
compressed time spans of like months into single days, where it'll be like, yeah, we might have had like a sexual conversation like in November, and then in like December she is like tweeting or streaming about me again on something that I can be like unhinged. I'm like, Jesus, this person's like unhinged. I don't know what to do. And we went back and forth like that, probably for, I don't know, man, maybe a year or something. Well, I don't know. Here, this is my take on this. Okay, so if you want to push it after, maybe I guess, but like this is my thing. Anne of War was like 30 years old maybe, and I think I was 32 or 33. Like, we're both adults. Like, when people start applying terms like gaslight and crazy making and abuser, like, I think she had really unhinged behavior. She admits that she has OCD. She got medicated for it. It was better. Maybe there was like better ways that I could have handled the situation, for sure. Like, I think, especially in retrospect, even prospectively, maybe there are better things I could have done. But it's like, it's two adults. The worst thing that ever happened here was, I don't even know what the worst thing is. I guess like she became like obsessively streaming about me, and then I said she was crazy online. Like, that's it. I don't know how people have found a way to make this like one of the most abusive situations in the universe. It's like retarded to me.
You're calling her a stalker at the same time you're sexting her. I don't know if I want to say abusive, but you can see the emotional confusion.
I understand what I'm going to say, but like this is, and I'm so sorry. Like, I've been so gentle with all these online communities, but all of us are adults. We're 30+ years old. Okay, turn off the computer. Like this is. I think this is so.
I'm sorry. I'm going to have to agree with him. I'm sorry. Boom, headshot. Ladies. One thing y'all gonna learn about me, I'm not gonna baby your hand and go, oh yeah, you should have left you alone. I am not one of these stupid women that promotes the teach men how to stop, teach men how to not R word. I don't do that. If a man is treating you wrong, dump him, block him, get away from him. But if you don't do any of those things, you are consenting. You like it. You want it. You're asking for it. What do you want me? I'm not going to say, because you know my question. Oh my God, Destiny did this to me. I'm like, okay, why did you block him? I didn't block him because I was telling him how he was making me feel. Why do you care how he makes me feel? Because he hurt my feelings. So he need to stop doing that. He won't do that. He's always been that way. So just block him. If you really cared about your feelings, why don't you stop talking to him? Because he keeps contacting me. Block him. I don't want to block him because I want to hear from him. You see how this goes round in a circle, round in a circle, round in a circle? If you are constantly engaging with an abusive person, you like it. And I'm saying this as a domina. I'm saying this as a domina. And you know, oh God, I'm not even going to share some of these stories with you where I just totally would treat somebody bad and they keep coming back to me, especially when I was a child. You know what I'm saying? I would do all kind of evil things to this guy, to this little boy, as a little girl, and he would still come back tomorrow as if none of that happened, which made me think like, okay, he must either like it or he's consenting to this because I have a sadistic nature. Now I know how to use my powers for good, by the way. Back then I used it for bad, all right? But as a sadist, I'm saying you have to have a willing participant with a masochist. And if you as a masochist are unhappy because you keep getting messed up by a sadist, then you keep consenting to the abuse. Like, leave him alone. But if you don't leave him alone, I don't want to hear it. You're not a victim.
Unbelievably overblown. Like, if you don't want to talk to me or if you don't do anything to me, then just stop broadcasting about me, stop talking about me constantly. Like, that's it.
So I interviewed Anna, and she claims that he was sexting her and sending her mixed messages.
I don't disagree. I don't agree with the whole blessing things, right? I would like people to explain to me what makes me different than any other woman. Cause I noticed that, you know, a lot of like some women say, I've actually had a woman on the Twitter space tell me that. I was like, well, why are y'all in a relationship? Like, she was complaining about being in a relationship with a narcissist and how the narcissist would gaslight her. And then I just asked a simple question: why you just don't leave the relationship? And her rebuttal to me was, because everybody's not like you, Tree. What the hell does that got to do with you leaving a relationship? I'd rather women say when I go, why don't you leave the relationship? I'd rather them say, because I hate myself and I feel that I'm so ugly and unwanted that I can't do anything better, so I'm settling with this piece of shit. I'd rather them just come out and tell me that. I will respect them more than to sit up here and go, because nobody's not like you, Tree. Just how overall some people are lower IQ, born lower IQ stuff is. I don't think it has anything to do with the IQ though. It has nothing to do with IQ. It has everything to do of how you feel about yourself. Being a truth teller is a people pleaser. That's different. But I agree. Women should be able to figure out their craft for their own. Now, yeah, it's not about IQ. It's about how you feel about yourself. And women, due to so much hand-holding, babying, and cuddling, are not held accountable for the way they think about themselves. They are not faced with the reality of their own demise, how they feel about themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like straight up saying like, dude, what the hell? What's happening here? Like, why in the hell are you in this situation? And I'd rather them just say, I'd rather them tell them that they hate themselves, that they don't think they can do anything, do better, and that's why they sit up with the abuse. If a woman just come out and say that, I would never talk about her again. But when you start, as a woman, started making excuse of like, well, he just don't understand. I got abandonment issues and he exploiting them and he doesn't understand it. I need love and I'm doing everything I can to keep him, making him happy. I don't want to hear that. Just come out, mask off, and I won't say nothing else. That's a good way to shut me up. There are people pleasing instead of truth telling, inside and out. No, yeah, but they're pleasing other people because they hate themselves. But okay.
Messages recently after she crashes out on stream.
Yeah, our fighting has honestly been like so on and off. Like it's been so.
Why do you guys keep fucking sexting in between fighting each other? What is with?
Because she's a pygmy. She hates herself. She hates herself and she loves Destiny.
That whole thing.
You know, it's really weird. I know it was very toxic.
So was there anything abusive going on there?
No. No.
So I used to say that I considered his behavior against me to be abusive. Now I'm not really so sure I would call it abusive. I felt like it was.
Oh my God, thank you. Why is she even in this video? Why is she in this video? Chat, I'm never wrong about these women. Or men, by the way. So I'm just saying, I'm never wrong about these people. She doesn't even need to be in this video. She's not a victim. You see what I'm saying? You cannot blame me. Sorry, wrong analogy. I am not going to blame a crocodile for eating a chicken if you put the chicken in front of his face. I mean, if you sit up here and dangle a hungry crocodile or alligator and that thing to go, I'm not gonna go, you're abusive, you killed and ate the chicken. You dangled it in his face. It's his nature. It's his nature. Why would you sit up here and get mad at someone who's acting out their nature? I don't understand this. So no, it was never abusive. That's why I'm saying I don't even know why she's in this damn video.
Definitely felt like it was. At the time, it felt very abusive to me. I would say that he definitely mistreated me, but I don't know if I would go as far as to call it abuse anymore.
Was there times where you guys were sexting and it was cool as he's talking just mad shit?
Yeah, I do. I'm pretty sure there were. I mean, definitely, I am pretty freaking sure that he still called me crazy and stuff when we were sexting. I'm pretty sure he would still be on stream because, like, we argued about. Because wait a minute, hold on, we argued about it. It's all like coming back to me now. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I mean you're going back like what 2 or 3 years now.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, we would have because like we had fights about this, like, and him being like, oh well, you know, oh yeah, this one. Okay, wait, I'll send you one. Like him saying like he can't publicly defend me because.
Yeah, because I always feel like you're attacking me on your stream and tweets. But I could tell people that we're okay and we solve things if you stop mentioning my stuff negatively on your stream. Why does it matter what a psycho stalker says anyway? I'm just a joke. That's what she said. And he says, that's just me being defensive, or I guess you can figure out what level of communication you're comfortable with. This stupid woman. Ugh.
He thinks it'll bring.
It's so many of them though. I don't know how you guys sit up here and complain about being alone and having a hard time. Do you know how many stupid women like this is out there? Honey, let me tell you something. Hold on. No, I don't want to get thrown off. I'm about to tell you about some more tea, but never mind.
Bring more drama or whatever. And
she sent me DMs of Destiny saying, it's just me being defensive, referring to when he calls her a psycho stalker. Here's Destiny saying, yeah, well, I can't publicly defend you.
You're breaking my heart. What am I going to do? Yeah, because I can't publicly defend you because then it'll be obvious that we're talking again. Lol. If I get defensive, that's the assumption people make. So I have to act like I don't know why you're in chat. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you see some man treating you like this and you still want to be with him, you're just a masochist. Just own it, girl.
Because then it's obvious we're talking again. If I get defensive, that's the assumption people will make.
3:42 in the damn morning.
So I have to act like I don't know why you're in chat. So he was just totally fine with people thinking she was crazy as he's romantically involved with her. That would drive anyone insane. Because it's obvious we're talking again, so he didn't want people to know that you guys were talking. But this is all the way in 2021. Did this go on for like 2 years?
Kind of.
This went on and off for 2 years?
Yes.
Yeah, kind of.
Holy shit.
It's very much like a toxic relationship kind of thing.
It definitely was. It definitely.
Yeah.
Except you guys weren't. Did you guys live in the same state or was it all over online?
No.
It was all online pretty much. I mean, he came to visit me,
Dude,
but
you guys are full on Zoomers, dude. You guys were Discord sexting before it was even a thing.
I know, basically.
When she went to leak their sex chat to prove that this was happening, Destiny would then threaten his DGG chat to leak her nudes. Tell Anna if she leaks my sexting, I might have some pics to share.
But I genuinely was kind of scared of him, and when he blocked me, I was really scared that he was gonna like leak my things.
What was the reasoning behind that?
It was because I was threatening to leak his sex because I was saying
What is going on over there, man? What are you guys all doing? What are you guys all doing over there?
She's so disgusting. Ugh. I don't even know why she's in this video. I'm so disgusted with this woman. I hate weak women like this. I can't stand
How is there always some shit?
Yeah, I know. So the reason why I was saying, like, I'm gonna have to like leak our sexting if you don't stop saying that I'm stalking you, because we literally have been like sexting and like you're saying I'm a stalker and people are like harassing the shit out of me and like doxing me and like, so that's basically what the context was. And that I was saying like, I'm not going to leak much, but I feel like I might have to leak some of our sexting or something to show people that like I'm not stalking you.
To defend yourself is what you're saying.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. The stuff Destiny was telling me of, she just needs to be an adult and break it off, that sounds great on paper, and Anna to some degree acknowledges that. But you're also leading around while defaming her to thousands of people.
Call the situation like that I'm some manipulative, evil, abusive person. Maybe you could say...
I don't care. She asked for it. She consented. She's all for this. She's not a victim.
I should have treated her like an actual child and said, no, don't do this anymore, and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, I mean, fuck. Like, these are all adults, and the worst thing that's happening...
I agree with this. She's an adult. Listen, I'm fair. When he does something bad to another woman, like, yeah, you wrong. Pixie is a real victim. Cherry is a real victim. Anna, no, not a victim whatsoever.
Is like people shitting on each other online. Like, this is retarded, I think. The only reason why people are trying to do this like Anna Voir situation where it is because they have this idea in mind of like, I'm like trying to lead her on privately in these crazy ways. And I'm like publicly lambasting her at the same time. And I'm playing this, I think Lab and Mr. Girl coined this concept of like, I get off on this sadistic abuse of women or whatever.
Yeah,
but like, that's not it. It's like, yeah, but it's like, if you like, there's like tons of relationships, friendships, like friends with benefits, whatever, situationships where like people kind of like yo-yo back and forth at the end. Like they shit on each other, they get back together, shit, whatever. It's like, it happens. It's not, who cares? Like, none of this is that big of a deal. It's all like fucking retarded. Like, this is stupid. Like, I don't know. It's just dumb. And then people will say like that thing of like, you're sexing in and calling her like an abuser at the same time. Like, not really. There's like weeks plus between these events because for like a whole like 6-month period, there was a time where like me and Anna were like friendly, and then she would go public, and then like, she would go on her stream and she'd be like, I think that Steven is lying about me. And then we'd talk a little bit, and then we'd be friendly again. And then after like a few weeks, she'd be like, I think Steven lied about me. And it's just like, but it's her getting triggered by things in chat like over and over and over again. And people knew they could trigger her, so they would keep doing it. And then like we did that pattern for like 6 to 12 months. It was fucking retarded.
But if she's crying and at the same time you're sexting her.
I don't know if that ever happened at the same time. What do you mean by same time? These are like weeks. These incidences are happening like weeks apart.
I don't know. I'm getting caught up a bit in this interview. Whether it's days or weeks doesn't matter. He's sexting her, telling her to deal with the slander, and then when she goes to post proof, he's threatening her with her nudes. Some of the time periods between them sexting and fighting was only 2 days. Anna wouldn't call the relationship abusive in her interview. She says that it was toxic and that Destiny was right in the sense that she couldn't just move on. I love when people can self-reflect.
No, she can't move on. That's why she had to admit it. That's why she's not, that relationship wasn't abusive. She's not a victim. And I'm sorry, as a sadist, if you're going to be a willing masochist, you can't sit up here and make me the enemy.
And take blame. Destiny doesn't do that with Anna. It seems like Destiny has a lot of scorned lovers that he then labels as crazy, but when talking to people outside of Anna, it just comes off as a bit silly to me. I talked to Lav, who straight up admits to spreading around revenge porn of Destiny on Discord.
I think it's funny that like the most disgusting guy online who like has tried to make my life a living hell for 2 years has like a disgustingness and it's leaked everywhere, right? So I was even like, don't get caught leaking it. Like, but obviously it's advantageous if it gets leaked. Like, obviously I want bad things to happen to this guy. And then I made a screenshot of the screenshot, or sorry, I made the screenshot that Nico Sam sent me, like a grab of just the top of his foreskin, so that you couldn't tell if it was like, you couldn't tell what the picture was. My profile picture in a private Discord server. Now, there's like debate about like how private the Discord server is, right? It had maybe 20 active users, and none of them were like DGGers. It wasn't like a DGGer offshoot server. It was like, and I never said that it was like, I mean, my friends knew that it was Destiny because I told them that it was, but it wasn't like widely known that I was like leaking this, right? Nico Sam had told me that Baby Peach had sent it to several people and that the sex tape was already leaked. So I just didn't, I did not think that like this was something that like he didn't want going around.
No, he probably loves that you shared that. Just call it implied consent. He wrote to me how Destiny would make her send her feet pics to get airtime on his stream, and how he made her out to be crazy and called her
I'm definitely going to read this. I was an OnlyFans girl who found him through the YouTube's algo. I told him I hated OF and wanted to pivot. He offered to take me under his wing. He I think this became increasingly sexual. I sent him feed pics for like airtime, basically. Then we met up, and I wouldn't let him sleep with me, and told another content creator I wasn't into it, and I got back to him, so he went crazy on me online. Then I said I felt uncomfortable that he'd slept with or try to sleep with all of his female orbiters and would make them fight each other, and he thought that that allegation was crazy. It was true, and started a whole bunch of rumors and said I was manipulative and directed people to my kiwi farms and followed me on every political panel for over a year. He made up crazy lies about me and my ex and called me mid-Jew. After my conversation saying I wasn't into him was leaked, which was used to denigrate me for years. He completely harassed me for the reason I believe for me not wanting to sleep with him. I've not gone quietly, and so the obsession has gotten worse and worse because I'm like one of the only girls who hasn't let him intimidate me off the internet, and I fight back, which then fuels him and his audience more to hate me because of how evil I am. I've been pretty uninvolved these days, though. Showed up to a couple of times to be like, LOL, she told you he was a creep, and that's it. Sorry, I spoke all of this to my friends so they could write it while I do my hair, so it might not make sense. That explains it.
Jew. I've heard from multiple sources this live story. The only one on the record was Destiny, though. But he tells pretty much the same story, and it's hard for me to tell if this is a story of abuse or just two scorned ex-lovers.
Two scorned ex-lovers! Two scorned ex-lovers! Two scorned! Because Lav ain't no victim either. Lav is not a victim either. I don't understand the reason why the videos are so full is because he got people in here that just like they're not victims. Well, hold on. He got two people here that are not victims. Anna and Lav.
Jean is somebody that I've talked to, and she was very upset because you, in statements I asked about in my first video, you kind of like brought her in with Lav as somebody who was part of a Discord that shared your nudes. And now Kelly claims she wasn't ever part of this Discord, but Lav has very much admitted that she did engage with revenge porn of you. It is undeniable because she has bragged about it many times on camera. Even when I messaged Lav on my own, she was very upfront about it. Kelly says she wasn't. And
Kelly might have said she wasn't, but she knew about it for sure. She knew about all of it. And she remained friends with Lav and continued to chat with her throughout all of it. But, just saying.
So I asked Kelly about this.
Wasn't in the Discord, so I don't...
Yeah, you're saying you weren't a part of any of that.
No, not even slightly. And the first time Destiny has alleged this was about 2 weeks ago, around the same time that he messaged you by the looks of it.
He followed up with him clarifying what he said about you. And he sort of changed his statement to be more of a guilt by association thing, claiming that you hung out with Lav a lot, who absolutely maliciously did do this.
So that's not true. The only place that I ever interacted with her is in Gisticle's Discord.
So you're not really friends with Lav, he's grouping you in unfairly?
No, I'm not. What I did say publicly quite a few times, and even recently probably, is I think Lav is great content, right? So I'll say like, I miss Lav, or I want Lav to be around because she's funny. And she's not boring. But that has no indication on our closeness or friendship, right? Even if I was, like, what difference does that make? A lot of people are friends with Lav on Discord, including, like, a bunch of other orbiters. And, like, who cares? It's like...
Well, I think the point he's trying to make is just some hypocrisy note, because there is a video that I see that is uploaded by a channel called Ryle Kitten House, where it's Lav bragging about sharing Destiny's penis around. Kelly never really responded to me pointing out the hypocrisy of it. She just says Lav was banned.
I mentioned the Ryle Kitten House on my... I did a very unique video talking about Killer Camarlo, right? And on this video, I said I was talking about Kyle Rittenhouse. Damn! Cause I'm subscribed to Ryle Kittenhouse. So because I'm subscribed to him and I keep seeing his name, when I really want to talk about the real Kyle Rittenhouse, it comes out Ryle Kittenhouse every time. And I had to explain that on my political stream, on my political video. And nobody knows what I'm talking about because they don't even know about Ryle Kittenhouse. They don't even know that content creator exists. I'm subscribed to him, so I know he exists. But when I want to talk about Kyle Rittenhouse, it comes out Rao Kittenhouse, and it's so annoying.
Unbanned, and it became content.
I know that she got banned from Just Eagles Discord, and then there was like a rule in place. She came back, but it was under like the preface of you're not allowed to talk about this banned topic. And then, yeah, I think this is also on Ryle's YouTube. I don't know if you've seen it, but she was in like a bunch of calls like towards like the early part of last year where it did get brought up, and then they had this debate back and forth about whether his dick is ugly or not.
I have not watched that. This is such weirdo territory. Like, what's my take supposed to be? Lav's a hypocrite? Is Kelly supposed to be more mad at Lav? Am I supposed to... say, Destiny, how dare you call Lav mid-Jew pussy? Did you call Lav mid-Jew pussy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Fuck yeah, I did. Fuck
Yeah,
yeah, she killed herself.
Is there a thing where Lav wouldn't sleep with you, so you decided to start like a crusade against her where you talk shit about her and are negative towards her?
No.
Is that a yes?
No.
Okay, but then he tells their story of them hooking up and they're falling out, which I end up hearing from like 3 other people. I just don't think any of this is that important.
It's not. They hooked up, but not in the way you think. He was just pleasing her. Actually, not a fan of Lav, not a fan of her at all. But ladies, I gotta give Lav her props. Destiny was servicing her the entire time. He was servicing her. She wouldn't do anything with him. And I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that the hookup is not the hookup you think it is. There was no penetration or whatever. It was like him giving her head 3 times, I do believe.
And we just like chatted a bit on Instagram. And then eventually we chatted a bit on text. I don't think it was ever really sexual. We got like somebody to chat with. I think at some point we make plans to like hang out in real life, with the implication being where so we get to a point to where she wants to go to a hotel in California. I'm like, okay, fine. And then I'm kind of tired of that. I don't know. She's like, oh, let's go to a gas station. We get a Red Bull. It's cool. It's whatever. It's like, okay, whatever. Go to a gas station. I got a Red Bull.
Yeah, Axum. I'm trying. This is what I don't know what. Maybe I got to keep preaching that because I want other women to do the same thing. Other women would not be so angry and sexually frustrated if they live by that rule. You know what I'm saying? I tell women all the time, I said, go to any of my content. Go to any of my content, even to my health content, where I'm just talking about herbs and digestion and fasting and stuff like that. Go to any of those contents and you'll never hear me complain about no man. I don't complain about men because when it comes, I'm really good at picking them, by the way. I guess college has actually like, I made all my mistakes in college, and once I graduated, I was a pro, baby. But it was, when it came to sex, it was always about me. It was always about me. So yeah, it wasn't about, oh, let me get you up. No, like, So I was like, that's one thing that I have to give her props for. And I don't even know if that's could we give credit to feminism, or could we give that to goddess worship? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to give feminism that W. I gotta give it to like a different type of woman who knows her worth. Or maybe a queen. I would say I would have to. That's some queen shit. You know what I'm saying? Because a queen is sitting on a throne, and what do you bring? You bring your offerings to her. So I would say then, because I'm feminists are all over the place, and let's not forget, feminists are the reason why we have men and female sports. So.
Whatever. Eventually we get to a hotel room. Like, hey, I know that we have. I'm like, just because, like, obviously none of that affects this. Like, I don't care about any of that or whatever. Just in case, like, I wanted to clear the air there. And then she messages me back jokingly, and she's like, "Oh, I thought I had to fuck you to come on." Ha ha ha. And I was like, okay.
whatever. So like we had that conversation, but she says later on with Mr. Girl, she's like, the only reason Steven sent me that message was so that it seemed like it was okay while he was secretly manipulating me.
And I told Destiny, if you have one crazy ex, that means you have a crazy ex. But if all your exes are crazy, that means you're the problem. He responded with, yeah, I know it seems like all of my exes, but I bang so many women. In reality, it's actually a tiny percentage.
What it feels like you are implying at times is like, look, I've hooked up with a ton of girls, and most of them there is no problem at all. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, is there like a... Dude, this is so... that I'm even asking this. Is there...
What is the percentage of girls? I guess this is what I'm asking right now. That are fucking butthurt as opposed to go on, fine. They're like, yeah, I hooked up with Destiny, no big deal. I'm laughing because it's a ridiculous question, but it's genuinely his defense.
Because obviously those girls are never going to complain. We aren't ever going to know Destiny hooked up with them.
Yeah, I mean, I would say like 1 to 2%. I don't know, like that's... But every single person that has problems with me...
So you're hooking up with that many girls, though, is what you're saying. You're all the time.
He is, actually. I even told you guys that. Back in the day. I said, if you knew how many girls Destiny is banging, y'all wouldn't be calling him a cuck. I've said that. So, yeah, that's true.
Listen, okay? The past year and a half, I've slowed down considerably, okay?
Because of the Vance?
He ain't got no choice because of the daggone leaks. The women don't trust him now. When women trust you, you're going to have an abundance of them. They don't trust him now, so there's not that many coming his way. So, no, don't blame it on the medication. No, it's because you leaked their stuff.
Yeah, kind of. People like presented this as like some weird thing that like, oh, I took vitamins to kill my sex drive. It wasn't that. It's just that I took it. I'm like way more focused on work.
I guess that makes sense. The numbers are truly that.
No. It was because of the leaks. When they found out that he secretly recorded Cherry and did not, and then and leaked it, and then sent unsolicited information or videos and pictures of him with other people. And then the Pixie situation, that's the reason why women stopped trusting him, and he still get women, but it probably cut down big time, I would say.
Forget if anyone's crazy. I'm passing the ball to other content creators on that. I just want to focus on the allegations. The allegations from Cherry about Destiny secretly recording her had some doubts behind them because nobody had seen the recording. He claims he had consent to record. She said she didn't. We need the courts to figure that part out. So I asked Cherry if I could get a copy of the police report she filed because that would at least prove that something exists. She said no because she didn't want to risk getting doxxed. But now we don't need that because the recording was recently posted to Kiwi Farm. Kelly Jean sent it to me and it opens up with Destiny starting the...
Late in the afternoon, a trooper from the Indiana...
Oh my God. What the...
Since my last Destiny video, a lot is...
Hold on. I got so excited. I clicked on the wrong thing. What?
The allegations from Cherry about Destiny secretly recording her had some doubts behind them because nobody had seen the recording. He claims he had consent to record. She said she didn't. We need the courts to figure that part out. So I asked Cherry if I could get a copy of the police report she filed because that would at least prove that something exists. She said no because she didn't want to risk getting doxxed. But now we don't need that because the recording was recently posted to Kiwi Farm. Kelly Jean sent it to me and it opens up with Destiny starting the recording, putting the phone somewhere, and then sitting next to her on the bed. Does not sound like she would be aware of this, but I guess we don't know for sure. Now during our interview, he kept the Cherry stuff off the record, but this recording came out afterwards, and when I asked him about it, he gave me a response. But
Oh no! Is the audio rumor true with Cherry that the recording starts outside of her apartment and house or whatever? It doesn't seem like it will go down that way if you had consent. No, WTF, like we were in my apartment the entire time. She was literally staying over.
Never a straight answer on whether or not he had consent to record it. Saying no, WTF, we were in my apartment the entire time. She was literally staying over. I asked, is there a reason why you would be recording in your pocket with Cherry? He responds, I never was, LOL. The phone was sitting on the bed or on the nightstand. That doesn't answer anything.
That's what I'm saying. Did you push record? Push record?
Do you have consent or not? We're just gonna have to wait and see if the police report turns into anything because he won't say, which, you know, fair enough. I did find it interesting though that when I asked Anna if she ever received nudes of other girls, she said yes. Have you ever been sent, videos of him and other people where they didn't consent to the videos?
So I've been sent videos. I have no way of knowing if they were consensually like recorded or sent.
Can you say who was in them?
Sorry?
Can you say who was in them?
I didn't know the people.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
I saw faces, but like I didn't know who they were.
Yeah, I have no idea who it is.
Yeah, and so like When this stuff came out, I was kind of like, oh shit. Uh-oh. That means that, what if they, like, didn't consent to that being sent? Yeah. So that was a little...
Yeah, and she still dealt with him. This is what I'm saying. I don't like Anna. Anna's not a good person. You know what I'm saying? You get this information and you're like, yeah, I'm still gonna want to deal with him. I still want to sex him. I still want to, still be buddies with him. You know what I'm saying? He's cool. Like, I love him.
Disturbing, of course, to realize. Yeah, and I mean, I came out like kind of supporting Pixie and Cherry, of course.
Were any of those girls? Well, I guess you wouldn't know if it's Pixie or not, right? I don't know if I have no idea.
I don't think so. Think so. Yeah, I don't think I got anything about from any of Pixie's stuff, basically, or Cherry's stuff, because like I said, I didn't know who they were.
And that just makes me wonder: was this actual consent or more of that implied consent? When Destiny was going through the Anna drama, he'd tell people to go talk about it on her Kiwi farms. Her Kiwi farms thread also hosted her docs. And Ryan Beard made the point that sending people to her Kiwi farms is effectively just spreading her docs.
And he encouraged them to post in her thread.
Oh, okay. Also, heads up. This is my only non-media blackout time, okay? This is my only non-media blackout time. I will immediately go back to this, okay? Somebody on Kiwi Farms has made a thread of Anna. So if you are obsessed with Anna and you want to talk about her all the time,
he did this and Anna still wanted to be his friend. So don't feel sorry for Anna. When I say she literally asked for it, she did. When you consent to this, my thing is that you are okay with this. Whether if you didn't, you would have done something about it.
Chatter. You can actually go to Kiwi Farms and you can go and post all you want, read all you want. Go there, post about it, talk about it. People put a lot of effort into categorizing and archiving everything. There you go, okay?
And in the thread about Anna that Destiny encouraged his fans to go message, they doxed Anna. In response to this, Anna texted Destiny, "You literally ruined my f***ing life. You just doxed me on your stream. You put me in danger." And Destiny responded to this by saying, "You're doing it to yourself and you're going to keep doing it to yourself."
And recently Destiny has also called for the...
I agree though, I agree! Listen, hold on. I agree. I really agree. Okay? If I know someone, let's see, who could I make this example of a bad person? Fresh and Fit, right? Fresh and Fit. I know that Fresh and Fit kick women off who disagrees with them. I know Fresh and Fit don't like women that are intelligent that make them look stupid. I know Myron is very unhinged homosexual. I know this. I know this. And if I go on their show and they do exactly what I know they're going to do, I asked for it. They're not the villains. I'm not the victim because they're acting in their nature. I knew what was going to happen, so therefore I take all the L's. And if they ask me to come back and I come back again, I take even bigger L's. This is what's going on with Anna and Destiny. I will never give this woman a pass because he's right. I know. You guys are like, no, how does she keep asking for it? Because she keeps staying involved. You teach people how to treat you. She's teaching Destiny. You know what? You can talk smack about me. You can send people to my thread on Kiwi. You can do all this other stuff to me. I don't care. You know? You can do all this stuff to me. But yeah. I'm okay with that. Because I'm not gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Never gonna give you up. Oh no, I did it wrong.
Docs of some of his biggest detractors. He asked, is Queeman's full docs public yet? At another time, he was calling for J-stalks.
It's how many people around this person can we harass or can we dox or SWAT or whatever? And like, that's just the goal for all of it. It's pretty cringe. It's pretty gross. I expect the behavior from Kiwi Farms. It is what it is. Like I said, communities like that will always exist, but it's really gross when people like Gisticle, whose information I hope I can find soon, are like trying to amplify or put a magnifying glass on info over there and then have it spread it to the other world. That's just wild to me.
So I asked Destiny about it, and this is what he said. People accusing you of doxing, right? Because you're referring to Kiwi Farms. Ryan did this with Anna. And then J-Stock is doing this. Queeman is sort of doing this where there's DMs about you saying like, hey, I wish this person, has this person been doxxed yet?
Yeah, for Anna, that's bullshit. For just doing like Queeman, I'd kill him if I could. I'd choke the house into it. But not for Anna, no.
We'll get back to the death threat in a minute. I just want to address Anna's point of view. And it's you saying like, you doxed me on your stream because your dox was on Kiwi Farms, allegedly. Is that true?
Yes, yeah.
You ruined my life, right? So do you think what he did there was him maliciously doxing you?
I think it was malicious because, again, we were having a fight. It was over. I don't remember what the hell it was over.
Yeah, one in a dozen, huh? Between you two.
You know, doxing is something I like to laugh at. We were having our normal fights and then he punched me in the face. You know what we normally do. Again, asking for it. Stop feeling sorry for people who are willing participants in their own victim story. Ignore them.
Yeah. So the source of our... Oh, well, first, like, yeah, I do think it was malicious because he was pretty angry with me at that time. Mm-hmm. And yeah, he basically said, like, go to her Kiwi Farms page, specifically page 4 or whatever, which was where my docs was. And yeah, so I was very upset about that. I think he did.
Okay.
Actually, I'm not sure. Either way, I felt like, oh my God, this is basically doxing me. What the hell?
Yeah.
Because he told people to go there and talk about me and stuff like that, make accounts, things like that. And yeah, I felt like...
He obviously, when I asked him about this, framed it in a not a malicious way. But whether he's naming the page number or not, which is obviously he's framing it as not malicious, but if your dox is on there and everything, well,
yeah, I mean...
it comes off that way. It feels that way. And I would interpret it that way myself.
Yeah, especially since we were literally still sexting at that time.
According to alleged text messages only 2 days before. And it's not just me who interprets it that way. Destiny interprets it that way. J-Stock and Queeman sending people to his Kiwi Farms is why he wants them dead.
I'd kill him if I could. I'd choke the house into it.
I shared that clip of the interview at the end of my I'm Alex video. And this is how Destiny justified it when he was asked about it on stream.
If you were like obsessively posting and directing people towards doxes of me, my family members and all this shit, I have no care in the world for you. I will never have any care in the world.
You just did that to Anna, though. You just did it to Anna. What a freaking hypocrite.
For you. And I will gladly and fully admit that. I don't know what you want me to say.
That's the exact same reason Anna was upset with you, but you called...
I was like, oh my God, you just did that to Anna, but then you get mad when somebody does that to you? These people are mentally ill.
You're a liar. I'll play his justification anyway. She says like, hey, this ruined my life or whatever. Steven, you ruined my life.
She's lying when she said that. That's bullshit. But what happened was, again, the pattern with Anna was if anybody would bring up anything about her that she felt was wrong, she had to go live and correct the record. And the frustrating thing for me, and I'm sure you've seen this happening right now, is what people will do is people will pretend that they're not getting info off of Kiwi Farms, but what they do is they get info right off Kiwi Farms and then they chat about it in Discord or they talk about it in my chat. So I was getting frustrated and I told my chat, I was like, listen, if you guys want to talk about it, go to Kiwi Farms, whatever, get the fuck out of my chat, don't talk about it there.
That was not an effort to dox her is what you're saying.
Yeah, no, what the fuck? Like, why would I even want to do that? Like, what am I, want somebody to kill her? What, like, that's hard. I do want somebody to kill Gisticle, though, or Lav, or Mr. Girl, or Queeman. Those people can all die. But not Anna, no.
Since you do want these fucking people to die and they fucking suck or whatever, according to you. I mean, I think they're fucking annoying, too. When you're saying these things, it is with...
Oh, damn. Willie doesn't like JS and Queeman? What happened? Dude, I've been so busy. I haven't had a chance to been keeping up what's going on with JS stream or what's over there. Like, ever since I have been like actively doing my best to keep this channel active as well as my political channel, and now I gotta find some way to put a video or two on my health channel. I just I had to actually do some strict time management and just stop putting time on stuff that's taken away from what I need to do.
Malicious intent. You just genuinely don't care. Like, fuck them.
Yeah, not for Anna. That wasn't the case for Anna. People were already going to her thread and they were bringing stuff from her thread into my chat. And I was like, listen, if you want to talk about it, like, it's not like her thread was unknown and then I all of a sudden publicized it. It was that people were going to that thread and then talking about it in my chat. Like, listen, go to Kiwi Farms. Don't talk about it in my chat. Because if you say it in my chat, she's going to see it and then she's going to want to correct the record on it. And I don't want to be part of this bullshit. It's fucking driving me crazy, yeah.
But with J-Stock and Queeman,
the reason why I hate these people is because they're taking part in this thing. Bro, I swear to God, if I quit streaming, I'm going to fucking go on an assassination mission, okay? These people are going to start disappearing one at a time, okay? The thing that it's disgusting to me is that because they don't get a rise out of me and they don't get a reaction out of me, they start targeting...
Okay, this part is a lie. They are like Destiny was constantly getting triggered and would because I would see screenshots of it, would constantly getting triggered and would show him talking about them in his own DGG chat. So he was getting a response. They were getting a response out of him. He just lied right there. He was talking about them. He was talking about Kelly Jean, Lav, and even a couple of people in JS Discord. So that's just a lie. He was getting a reaction out of Destiny. They were getting reaction out of him.
Every single person around me. Blav, if you go onto my Kiwi Farms thread and you look at, there's like 15 different sock puppet accounts that are all this guy. He is saying it explicitly. He will say, I am doxing this girl because she's still with Destiny. I'm doxing this person because he's nice to Destiny. They did it with Tom. Did you ever see? I saw a screenshot where they did it with Tom. Where they're like, oh, why is Tom saying this? Does anybody have
Tom?
No. Tom is in
Tomfoolery?
Tomfoolery. Yeah.
I don't know.
Tomfoolery tweeted one critical question one time about like that rape narrative about me or the crazy narrative. This Stranger Me guy, that's Stranger Me is a Blav. Like, look at that response because he tweeted one thing where he was asking a question, right? And then look at what his.
Has Tomfoolery ever been doxed? Genuine question. I actually know nothing about the guy. I know that he's JS personal lolcow, but I've always found him so boring that I've never seen anything of his sex pest drama.
Responses. That guy, that Stranger Me guy, that's Vlad. He's doxed like 20 people in my life. Yes. He doxed Zoe and Jacob. They know it. I got DMs from Zoe where her and Jacob quit the whole internet because they were so terrified of him. He's doxed my girlfriend. Probably like in the past like 20 pages, he'll like redox her like every few weeks when he's bored.
Bro,
he's
this guy's saying Willy is a competition for biggest footsie retard. Come on, dog.
Yes, but he's saying that because you won't come out and post a video like unequivocally calling me like a mass. This is what they do. So whatever like you're working on right now is a waste of time because if you post this, you're gonna have Hassan's community, you're gonna have these people. That's fine, but you say that now, but it'll turn into them going after you, and then they'll try to dox you or your girlfriend, or they'll go after your family, or they'll go after friends of yours, or they'll go after other people in the commentary community until they make videos about you. Like this is like the pattern. It is so fucking irritating. That's why people like Gisticle and Queeman, if I could, I would put their balls in a vice and crush them, and then slice them off, and then feed them to them, and then slice them and kill them. Okay, because they're amplifying all this shit and they're knowingly playing a part of it. They know what's going on, but like Kelly Jean, dude, I can send you like 50 there are so many albums of them just constantly talking shit about me, talking about my dick, talking about my girlfriend, talking about my kid, like constantly. It never ends. It's never ending. Constantly talking about me, constantly talking about my girlfriend. And half the shit talking about it's just something so they're like getting off of like Kiwi Farms and just discussing it like in their servers.
Poor Hannah gets no grace for going through the exact problem that Destiny's complaining about. As far as the messages Destiny sent me, yeah, people are talking about him a lot. I'm sure it's annoying, but so what? This is how the internet works. I hate doxing on the internet. It's the worst part of Kiwi Farms because doxing is when online hate becomes offline hate. It starts affecting people's real life, allowing unhinged individuals to then swat them. People have died from this. But
I feel bad that people are not in a position that I'm in to where you can register with the police department and the sheriff department and let them know that you are a streamer. You give them all of your social media contact. You give them the links to your YouTube channel, your your Kick channel, and in this case also now that I'm back on Twitch, you know, you tell me you give them a list to all of this. And you say, listen, if you get a threat, then remember this. Check my stream and listen to it. If it sounds like everything else okay, then it's a false narrative. Also, send me a text message and ask me if that's going on. So I've had people attempt to swat me numerous times, but when it doesn't work, they just stop. Maybe a new person every now and then would try and then realize, damn, I can't even send nobody to swat. Yeah, because and I've done this. Y'all have seen. Y'all probably don't pay attention. You'll see me look at my phone and look at a text, and then I'll reply, and then that's it. Some of y'all think that's my husband. No, that's just the sheriff department. Okay, they say something to me, and I'm supposed to say a code that only they know. Okay, so it's not like, are you okay? And I go, yes. They'll say something like, let me make up something completely different. Okay, they'll say something like, what's Prince's favorite food? And I'll go, pancakes. And that's to let them know, hey, what's Prince's favorite food is the sheriff department or the police department sending me a text. And then I'll say pancakes because that's the answer. Or I'll say pancakes with strawberries, something like that. Something where only we know because we had a discussion about it beforehand. I understand that some people don't got it like that, especially if you live in a bigger city or you're living in a area where you're not cool with the police or the sheriff department. But yeah, that's the reason why it's like it has not affected me. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to communicate. You got to communicate with the police department. I don't know why people don't do that though, but okay.
He's being completely unsympathetic towards Anna, who had the same complaints about him, and now he wants to be the doxer. Breaking. It's Saturday, I'm in the middle of editing, but I've just been made aware of Destiny addressing this exact argument I make, and I think it's important to let you hear.
Destiny's mad because people are linking to his kiwi farms. Destiny's mad about that, but he linked to Anna's kiwi farms, right? Well, if you look at the two differences in context here, it's not even remotely the same. There was a kiwi farms thread that was posted, and everybody kept basically doing what logistical servers do, where they would link it in my chat, like, oh my God, did you see this, did you see that? And I think I said something on stream to the effect of, listen, if you want to talk about her, go to our KF thread and talk about her. Don't do it here. I don't want to see this here. This isn't going to be talked about here. Get out. Okay? That was my statement on it. They're trying to pretend like that statement is the same as the 50 extra discords and the room that, Justical has, where they explicitly talk about all of my stuff on there over and over and over again, and they're linking to it and they're referencing it and talking about it constantly. It's clearly not the same thing. Like if Justical or any of those side servers made the same statement about me that I made about and I would be totally fine with that. If they were like, listen, guys, we're not going to talk about their personal shit anymore. If you want to talk about it, or like their docs or whatever, if you want to talk about it, then go to KF and talk about it. I'd be totally fine with that.
But here's the difference. Anna's story isn't breaking from Kiwi Farms. It's breaking from Anna's and Destiny's stream. Meanwhile, the sources from the Destiny drama come from Kiwi Farms. They kind of have to reference it to some degree. I mean, would any reasonable person say that I doxed Keffels because I referenced her Kiwi Farms? Absolutely not. I'm not set on this opinion. It's probably a case-by-case basis, and I don't know everything J-Stalk or Queeman have said, so I could probably be persuaded depending on the circumstances. Let me know what you got.
I'm so confused. I don't know whether I should check out this moment or what. I'm completely confused about all of this. Yeah. Okay.
Guys think. Destiny sent me a message implying they wanted to use these doxes to sue J-Stalk and Queeman. I guess that's better than posting them publicly.
You said J-Stalk has greenlit everything coming from Kiwi Farms, which includes doxes of everyone around you. And they're now proceeding to harass you. You said you have a girlfriend, right? I mean, I know you probably want to keep that private, maybe. I don't know, people know you.
Well, it's not, because it's everybody points to Kiwi Farms where they're doxing her constantly, so. And Kelly Jean is also like bringing up things on Kiwi Farms about her, and she's posting about those things. It might even be one of the albums I sent you in like Jiskeel's Discord, and everybody knows it's coming.
I have time to be all on Kiwi Farms. Holy smokes!
From Kiwi Farms.
But in this message specifically to me, you said, if I'm after any information regarding J-Stalk, that's for my own purposes. Are you going to sue J-Stalk? Are you looking into that option?
I'd like to keep that option open. It'd be nice to have that option.
No, the answer is no. Because one, JS is in Canada and Queeman is in Britain. He ain't gonna sue nobody. He's not gonna waste that type of money. Okay, come on now. This is not America. You would have more credibility if you're gonna sue somebody that's also an American. But try to sue somebody in another country. Okay, yeah, okay.
Okay. It's either that or he's actually going to murder them. One or the other.
Oh, I did troll the shit out of the DDoS kid. That's a guy, that's one of the people, like, legitimately, like, you have no, like, it's actually kind of scary, like, how close I was to getting people together to go down to his house and kill him and his family. Or it would have just been him and his father. Because I didn't know anything about it. Dude, that was some of the most f***ed up shit in my entire life. I was so f***ing close to doing it. But I was making so much money on Twitch, and I don't know if Nathan was involved in yet, but for whatever reason, I decided that the current life I had wasn't worth the risk of... Oh my god, I was so close to this dress. I had fucking streets mapped out and you have no idea. That's when I first started getting interest in like owning a weapon. I got a permit to own a gun and everything.
A toast to the bad guy with bad bitches, the bad times will pass by.
These are just some other things from my journey that I found.
Let me tell y'all something about exposure. If you own everything that's on Kiwi Farms, there's nothing that can be exposed. Also, if you don't do bad things behind the scenes that end up coming to light, you ain't got nothing to worry about when it comes to Kiwi Farms. You know what I'm saying? When stupid Andrew and also the what is the ugly guy? What did I call him? Quasimodo and Andrew thought that, I get to expose Tree for being a naturopath and a dominatrix. I'm like, okay, you must have seen my thread where it says that. Like, dude, you understand that the only reason this on there is because I was the one that said it. Folks, I actively have a health channel, a naturopath channel. Some of y'all are subscribed to it. I am not hiding that. I don't like to combine the two. I like to keep my politics and I like to keep all of this separate. This is the reason why I don't like to talk politics on this channel. This is the reason why I don't like talking health stuff on the political channel. I like to keep my channels separate, but they're out publicly out there. They are not hidden. Okay? So when Quasimodo like, Tree don't know, we know about her being a dominatrix and a naturopath, maybe she need to shut up. And they thought that I was going to go, oh no, they know about my stuff. Oh, I'm like, dude, because these guys don't do their research, they don't know that I have always been public about that. Because when you are public under another persona, and when it comes to my dominatrix stuff, there's no way I could be secret about that. I was internationally known in that area. I was one of the top black doms in the world. How the fuck can I hide that? If there was a BDSM history book, my ass would be in it. That's just how bad I am, okay? And that's the reason why I'm back in it. Because it's like, I can't get that out of my system. It's who I am. It's who I am. I'm not doing it full time. I'm doing it part time every now and then when I get a chance. But I'm not full time in it. It's like I never gave up my websites. My websites are owned and operated by me. The pictures I have on there are of me. Those are the ones I put up there. I'm completely aware of this. And I'm like, there's not one nude picture of me on the internet, so you're not scaring me about anything because I don't take those type of pictures. So what you gonna do? Show another video of a slave kissing my butt? Which feels good, by the way. I need to. Boom! Headshot! Hey, ain't nothing like having your ass kissed. Literally, it's a wonderful feeling. Judgmental literacy, a naturopath and dominatrix. That's just exactly. So if you are upfront about these things, if you are always coming forth about these things, like people can't use that against you. They can't use that against you. These are two things I'm proud of. I am proud of being a naturopath. I am also proud of being a pro-domina. I'm proud of this. I really am. So why would I be ashamed of things I'm proud of? But one thing I will congratulate myself, because I check on my thread every now and then, is to make sure that the identity of my husband is hidden and to make sure that the identity of my two best friends who have my godchildren are hidden. And I've done a damn good job, let me give myself a clap, of keeping that under wraps. Even when I'm invited to events, I never bring my husband. I just don't trust the system. I don't trust that somebody gonna take a picture and all of a sudden it's innocently shared, and next thing you know, boom, people see my husband. All you gotta do is get a picture of him and you'll eventually know who he is. He's very searchable. So it's like I did a good job keeping his identity off the internet. Well, he's on the internet, but not associated with me. So that's my thing. It's like, you know, you have to, if you don't do anything, and this is why you guys got to stop oversharing. You got to stop trusting everybody, especially if they're only friends with you because they want something from you, and if they don't get it, they're gonna they're gonna basically backstab you. You know what I'm saying? Just stop oversharing. The Generation Z, you guys overshare like, oh my God, stop oversharing.
Interesting. Denims threw herself in is one of the victims who was secretly recorded.
Like he has so many victims and he has done this same shtick over and over and over again, where he reaches out, or other women reach out to him who are 18 or 19 or 20. And he does the same song and dance where he tries to use and abuse them. and then discard them when it's no longer relevant or useful for him. Unfortunately, I made the mistake of not...
I don't care about this woman. She's a POS too.
...having had sex with him. And after that point, he decided to just do a full smear campaign on me. And threatened to leak non-sexual, in this case, I feel like it's important to recognize that, illegal recordings of me. We had a conversation, and he recorded it in California, which is a two-party consent state, which you cannot record people without their consent. Since that moment, I basically didn't talk about him at all because, like I said, he is a black hole. He's a cynical piece of shit black hole who's...
I don't understand this. Hear me out, chat. Destiny gave me the best advice, and I followed it to the T ever since, right? Where Lego Head leaked my private emails that I gave to him, right? Just being a bitch, and he leaked it for content. That shit made me so angry, right? I'll never forget that while I was on the stream with Destiny, he said, you should always talk to people in DMs, on text messages, or even if you're talking on a Discord call, you should react to that knowing that it's going to get leaked, not assuming that it's not going to get leaked, knowing that it was going to get leaked. And I have followed that advice to this day. Now, why is it that he gave me such great advice that he said publicly on the stream, but nobody's taking it except for me? Boom, headshot! Nobody followed that advice. Not him, not her, not them. I'm the only one following that advice. I'm the only one. Because when that happened, I was like, because listen, I was, it's very taboo on the right. Very, very taboo on the right to leak DMs. It's very taboo. Even if you hate the person, if they ain't doing anything criminal, whatever, it's taboo. It's not taboo on the left. Hence why I was so angry that he did that Lego Head did that. Because when I was talking to him privately through email, I didn't expect my private emails to be put on blast on a stream like that. And that's why I came after his ass hard. But then when Destiny told me this, I said, gotcha. And I said, and from then on out, every time I talk to somebody, everything I say to somebody, I say it as if it's going to get doxed. And that has happened to me so far where we cool now, but at the gadget, we cool now, but at the time we weren't cool when he leaked my private emails when he was trying to come on my show, talking about he got long COVID, and then he canceled at the last minute. Like the day, like within hours of the show. And I cussed his ass out, and he tried to put me on blast by taking those emails and making it private. And I looked at what I said. I said, you damn right I said it, and I'll say it again. Boom, headshot! Because I have walked that walk, and there's nothing I'm ashamed of. Nothing. Everything that's been leaked about something I said behind the scenes, nobody has pearl clutched and said, oh my God, I can't believe Tree of Logic said that. No. How I act behind the scene is how I act in front of the scenes. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, no. I don't switch it up. I don't code switch.
Only goal is to sexually abuse women.
I saw this and was like, man, Destiny must have really victimized her in some way if she's talking like this. So I asked Destiny, and he says that Denim stayed in his apartment for 2 days banging a dude without his knowledge.
However, one weird thing happened where 2 days before TwitchCon ends, okay, Denims, all right, she said that she had to catch a ride back to LA early, and only one guy could give her a ride back, okay? Are you following me?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, to be polite, and because I'm mindful of, like, I don't want some girl getting, like, trapped and raped or whatever, I told Denims, I was like, okay, yeah, no problem, that's fine or whatever. However, like, if you need to, like, use my apartment because you need, like, a place to stay, so you're not, like, trapped with some random dude or whatever, like, here's how to get into my apartment, just so you know. She's like, okay, thanks. 2 days later, me, Melina, and I think Katerino or whatever.
Oh, it was her? That's who? Oh! That's who was screwing in your apartment? I'm sorry, guys. I am very familiar with this lore. I did not know the name of the girl, and now I know the name of the girl. Okay, sorry. I had no idea. I'm putting 2 and 2 together now.
I'm like driving back to LA, pull into my apartment. It's in Glendale. Go upstairs, open my apartment door, and then in my loft, up pops Denim's head and the guy. And I realized that Denim's and the guy had just spent the last 2 days in my fucking apartment with my computer on, like, and all my shit. I'm like, what the f-? This was incredibly weird to me. I don't know why she thought I would have been okay with that. It was so dramatic. I sat them both down. I was like, listen, okay, this is all too much, too dramatic, too weird. Like, I don't want anything to do with either of you guys. This is like crazy shit. This has gotten like way too wacky. They both acknowledged that they had both been like unhinged and crazy, and they understood and blah, blah, blah. And then after that, like, we like all kind of went our separate ways. Now, I did record that conversation because the big fear I had, and this happened 2 days later, Denims goes online with her new guy friend, and she's like, Steven kicked me out because I wouldn't fuck him.
And that's pretty much what she's claiming now. So when Destiny offered me the recording, I took it, I listened to it, and he's right. She's just lying about the whole thing.
I was not allowed to be in the apartment?
Fuck no.
Really?
Fuck no.
Why was I not told that he was not allowed to be in the apartment?
Because I wouldn't assume you would bring a stranger into my apartment without asking me. When I volunteers to drive you back, I don't know how you feel 100% because you don't talk about any of this stuff, which is fine. So like, if you're like in an awkward situation, right? I'm trying to be a good guy and give you a way out. Like, hey, well, my apartment is open if you want to go in. So that gives you the ability to either say like, oh no, it's okay, I'll go with, or okay, thanks for offering, I'll go to your apartment. That wasn't like bring into my apartment for him to have free reign in here for a day. Okay, holy shit, that is so fucking weird. And not only that, but you couldn't even lie about it correctly. You told 3 different lies to different people. You told Melina, I would never and I got into
I never said that.
You did. I looked at the text. You did.
OMFG, no.
Yes. So okay, OMFG, no. So I come home and you're both still here. Why? Why would you put me in this weird spot where I have to come home and see an incredibly creepy fucking guy that is such a weird position in my community that's been trying to get me to stop talking to my ex-girlfriend because he's trying so hard to f her, is now f***ing somebody else in my bed, dragging his f***ing hairy balls across my f***ing blankets. Okay? Oh.
Oh, I'm here for this kind of tea, baby. Oh, let me rewind a little bit. I'm here for this. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, wow. This heifer. Oh, I hope they dragging her ass on Twitter, man. Ew. How slutty are you to where you gotta get a whole man? This is a man who wants to stick his ding ding in everybody. You are so desperate for a ride that you actually like open your legs to him on somebody else's bed in somebody else's apartment. That's just nasty.
Weird position in my community that's been trying to get me to stop talking to my ex-girlfriend because he's trying so hard to f her, is now f***ing somebody else in my bed, dragging his f***ing hairy balls across my f***ing blankets, okay? Oh my god. And so we leave for an hour. It's like, holy shit, that's weird. So we leave for an hour and come back and you're both still there. Oh god. I don't know if he's like, I need to get like a few more logs or pictures off of Destiny's computer. Holy shit. I don't think I've ever had somebody fuck me that hard where I've tried to like offer somebody to somebody in my entire life. I don't think I've ever been like so f***ing burned on somebody before. Holy shit.
Destiny kicks her out of the house, and before she goes, she says, I thought it was okay because I thought this weirdo guy changed for the better, completely missing the point for why he didn't like her there.
At this point, I'm like, I thought I was a pretty good judge of character, so now I'm like, am I a really bad judge of character? Has he changed since the last time he's been in your community? Is everything that I've been told like fake or something? And it's like really like fucking with me because generally speaking, I have a relatively good read on people. So I don't know, this like.
I don't know.
Denim's trying to throw herself in with these victims is so disgusting. She sees all these alleged victims and she goes, I want to be one of them. Let me hide behind California law so he can't.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, I hope I'm too busy to even go check to see if they are dragging her ass. Because I sure would have joined in on that one.
Prove me wrong. It had nothing to do with hooking up with Destiny. She lies with a smile. I also want to address one particular guy who's determined that I can't upload this video until I respond to him. Well, I worked hard on this video, so I better get to it. It's called Willymac, PR for a predator. He's mad at me for interviewing Destiny as if I'm somehow giving Destiny clout.
So Willymac is choosing to platform a violent psychopathic criminal who wants other creators doxed and murdered and is laughing about it on Twitter. These two are so unlikable, referring to the people Destiny doxed and wants dead, even when they're being threatened with their dox. Notice how he doesn't mention the death threats. I can't help but notice how big off losers they are. Lol.
He wants me to pearl clutch over Destiny's violent remarks, where in the tweet I'm quoting, Queeman is making violent remarks towards another Twitter account who simply posted my content.
Curiously, so this guy's like a pathetic cocksucking hack loser, right? He needs to be like absolutely kicked into the dirt.
I think he just hates Hassan. But
this guy needs to be stomped into the fucking dirt. This guy.
If you want to say that,
filth.
These guys say violent things.
What is up with the left and the liberals making all these threats? Do y'all see the difference between the political side? Everybody who wants to do violence are always making verbal violence threats, and then they want to keep talking about January 6th. I keep seeing everybody on the left keep making these daggone threats and these violent threats and all this. I'm like, dude, like what? Like, why do y'all do this? Why do y'all do this?
Just like Destiny, they were huge fans of him up until recently. I don't feel like anyone's in any actual danger, but if they feel like they are, they should thank me for giving them the warning and call the cops. He says I'm downplaying Destiny's crimes for predicting that his career won't end over this.
You're totally right, but I've never seen someone's career end over some shit like this.
There's Willymac downplaying Destiny's crimes who gets interrupted
But he's right, though. He's right. Show me anybody whose career has ended except for Bo Blacks. But that's not because he did something to girls. It's because Bo Blacks came out as non-binary or trans or something like that. And people, the audience he was catered to was like, no, thank you, pew. But Hassan had come out with Hassan's loyal fans are staying loyal to him no matter what. Okay? If you want the best example is Vosh. You would have thought that Vosh would have wrapped it up and left. Nope. Vosh still has his community. Destiny is still going to have his community. And I'm going to tell you another good advice, okay, that Destiny gave. Listen, Destiny is a POS, but you got to listen to his advice, right? You got to listen to his advice if you're a streamer. Destiny said, when something bad happens to you, don't quit. You got to keep pushing through it. You got to keep streaming. You got to keep uploading. You got to keep going through it. You can't stop. And then everybody will get bored and move on.
Nicholas Diorio, commentary's top janitor. Diorio downplays Willy's downplaying of Destiny's crimes, then makes sure that optically they're shitting on Destiny hard enough.
Destiny's videos are getting hundreds of thousands of views. He's streaming live to over 30,000 people. Why is me being factually correct about how this will affect his career, downplaying what he did? I think the bigger problem is when people like this guy quit what Destiny did to Jeffrey Epstein.
Especially when we're talking about a guy with the nickname Epsteiny.
Or when J-Stock says Destiny has created a rape machine.
I think one of the a massive talking point here is the infinite rape machine, okay? How does the infinite rape machine work?
You guys make what Destiny actually did wrong seem not that bad, because Destiny didn't rape anybody, he didn't traffic anyone, he broke people's trust.
Where did that come from?
Who were intimate with him so he could sex the 19-year-old e-girl, leading to these people's images being forever cemented online. Their employers, their kids, their family members can be harassed forever now. That should be enough to hold him to the fire. But the minute you make it about rape, people go, huh, he raped someone? Oh no, he didn't. He sent nudes. Oh, well then, who cares? You also risk getting sued for calling it rape, but that's just me sweeping, I guess. Common sense is sweeping. He says I shouldn't reach out to Destiny for comment.
Reaching out for comment can be helpful sometimes. However, it is not the ultimate journalistic tool, especially when we're talking about a guy with—
I wouldn't even give this content creator any See, this is a bad move on Willymac's part. This content creator, I never knew he existed. Now I know. Boom, headshot! This content creator is going to get views because Willymac put him on the map. This content creator is small and insignificant. I never heard of him before. So why even acknowledge him? Like, why even put him in your video? You have had, so far, 135 people watch this video, and now they all know about this guy. Why would y'all do that? Why would you do that? First of all, why do you care? He's nobody. He's a nobody, and he's very small. Number two, you have just blew him up. Now he's not going to be smart anymore. Now you gave him credibility because you care what he thinks. And because you care what he thinks, now people are going to go, oh, let me listen to this guy and subscribe. Thanks, Willy. Stop doing that, guys. God.
The nickname Epsteiny. You shouldn't reach out to Destiny for interview on his crimes for the same reason you shouldn't platform and befriend someone like Mr. Girl.
And you're showing his clip, and you even featuring some of his arguments. Like, why?
really matter if you speak out against touching kids and violence, if you befriend and platform people who advocate for such things. You are giving them an opportunity to downplay and normalize their behavior, maybe even make it look cool.
I am investigating a story. Reaching out to people to get more information, again, is common sense. If I didn't do that, I'd be no better than President Sunday and Beckett, who didn't reach out to Pixie. Sunday proceeded to slander her horribly because he fundamentally misunderstood the story. Both wound up getting their videos cited in her court document. Quote, the videos include screenshots of private messages of Pixie discussing the situation with friends, and claims that Pixie took hush money, only cares about money, and doesn't care about the other victims of the defendant. All of this is false. That's why it's important to reach out. You saying that I'm irresponsibly platforming Destiny is ridiculous because this video isn't even out yet. You don't even know how it's gonna end up. You know who's not mad at me? Any of the victims or Pixie. I've been talking to her side as well. I'm going to have an on-the-record conversation with her and her legal team in the future. There are people that are so obsessively mad at Destiny, they'd rather me not do a good job when making a video. It's very odd to me.
I'm going to go through a few other clips and then start asking Willy some pointed questions. Knowing the commentary community, they will never be answered.
Well, it's your lucky day.
1. How much and what kind of input did Destiny have on Willymac's video on Destiny? Has Destiny had input on Willymac's other videos?
Destiny has no input on anything I do. Do you think he likes that I'm dragging out this career-defining drama another month? I showed up on one podcast and people think I'm an industry plant. I don't know how to battle this level of delusion.
2. In the initial video, were there parts of the conversation between Destiny and Willy that were left out in an attempt to hide Destiny's influence on the video?
I didn't even know any of this. Did anybody in the chat know that this was a thing? I'm sitting here with a confused look. Like I'm sitting here with what did they say? Hi, Stormy. Vosh is the worst at Cal Kalinske. That's facts, Stormy. That's right, girl. Hi, Commander Shepard. Did anybody? Okay, you didn't know? Oxum. Yeah, I was like, this is stuff and if I didn't know about it, I don't understand why we're watching this.
Particularly in regards to President Sunday and Beckett.
Destiny never brought up President Sunday or Beckett when we talked. Pixie's side did because President Sunday slandered her, and Beckett leaking her document with her intentions to sue before it was ready gave Destiny notice to delete evidence. This is all in her court papers. I knew about this beforehand because I reached out to Pixie and she told me. Crazy how that works.
Has Willymac ever received any funding or payment from Destiny, Dan Saltman, or anyone else associated with OmniLiberal Studios? That's Destiny's media company.
Not a single dollar. Again, why would he pay me to make him look bad? These people are so stupid.
4. Since Nicholas Diorio has given Dan Saltman optical advice.
But I spoke to him and I'm like, listen, the problem with you and Erudite is you guys knew for months, so you've come to terms with this and you've engaged with it. That's not what the public wants to hear a day after they find out. When you start the initial statement being like, guys, rehabilitation is the answer before anybody gets their licks in, people are gonna fucking hate you.
And considering some of the other behind-the-scenes conversations that the commentary community has had with Dan Saltman regarding his lawfare against Twitch, among other details alluding to collusion, can Willymac speak to the collusion between the commentary community, Ethan Klein, Destiny, Dan Saltman, and OmniLiberal Studios?
I'm guessing this guy also thinks a cabal of Jews secretly run the world because that's the same logic. I've never even spoken to Ethan. I think Nick talked to Destiny once on a panel. Does this mean I can never go on someone else's podcast or show again because if the person ever gets in a scandal, that means I'm best friends with them? You're all way too parasocial.
5. How much has the commentary community, people like Nicholas Diorio, talked about avoiding backlash from Destiny's community or being fearful of Destiny's community or something along those lines? Can Willy elaborate on that hidden influence of fear within his community?
Look what happened with Chud Logic and Lauren Southern. He had Melina coming to him and telling him these things directly, and he was put in a position where he can either eat shit and be hated by that community and lose a huge percentage of his audience to the point where I had to pick up the other half of the slack and like help him out, right, to keep him afloat, or he could just leak those messages and be justified immediately, and it would start like a huge conflict. And I guess he did the right thing by loyalty.
This guy's completely taking Nick out of context. Nick is giving the sound advice to not go forward with the story unless the victim is willing to go public as well. Is he really saying he disagrees with that? This YouTuber is bad faith or has an IQ in the single digits?
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Like, look. Hold on. Uh-oh.
This fan fiction is out of control. I've never had a conversation saying he disagrees with that. This YouTuber is bad faith.
33,000. 111 videos. 211,000 subscribers. 211,000 subscribers. 33,000 subscribers. Why would you put this guy on the map like this? Why would you do this? Why? I just talked about this earlier. Why are you promoting a small, insignificant channel that means nothing?
Or has an IQ in the single digits. This fan fiction is out of control. I've never had a conversation about being afraid of Destiny. Destiny doesn't even have 1 million subscribers. I talk about bigger, more combative people all the time. Realistically, what is there to be scared of? We make YouTube videos. It's not that serious.
It's time that we get an understanding of just how much coordination, fear, and middle school shenanigans go into making it seem like someone like Willymac is a journalist, like Destiny is a real political pundit, like Diorio is a media expert. They're not.
Other people call me a journalist because I aim for the incredibly low bar of reaching out, which you don't even want me to do. Destiny is a political pundit. What do you think a political pundit is? All it means is someone who talks about politics with authority. And I've never heard anyone refer to Nick as a media expert. I don't don't even know what a media expert means.
If Willymac doesn't answer these questions, and I'm betting he won't, then I would advise everyone to disregard his coverage of Destiny. He is too close to him to be reliable.
Well, there you go. I answered them, you absolute schizophrenic. This is all unhinged. It's like when J-Stock was asking me why I didn't cover Cherry in my video.
I don't think you worked very hard on this video. And like, for example, you know, you didn't really include much of the Cherry stuff, which is required, which is what really shook this whole situation up.
When I point out that I did include the Cherry stuff, he says I missed important tweets, so I asked him to link me them.
She tells you explicitly, apparently, that
she didn't tell me explicitly anything.
What I've posted publicly is all I would have to contribute. So she's basically saying, go, like, if there's anything you want from me, I will post it publicly. And she had.
I did look at her tweets. All right, link me her tweet right now. That's the big thing with all the information.
I don't know if there's like an archival tweet for this, but there were tweets about it, right?
Wait, you can call it one tweet.
Can you find it now? He couldn't link me a tweet because I didn't miss anything. He then says I should have reached out to him about Cherry.
There are a ton of people around Cherry who could have given you information. Me specifically, I was like,
I don't know who the fucking.
You don't have to reach out to you to. What is going on? Why should he reach out to you, JS? What the fuck? You are not her spokesperson. Oh my God, you ain't her daddy either.
Why would I go to a secondhand source about Cherry's allegations?
Yes, I agree with you. Yes. Why should you do that instead of going to Cherry personally, directly?
That's literally how Sunday screwed up his video. But then I realized J-Stock only had this opinion because he didn't watch my video.
Like, I didn't like prepare that in any way. And like I said, I didn't even watch the full video yet. I done my like click through, like my little quick skimming.
So you look stupid. Okay, what is this? I think Destiny, JS, and every person in my life is trying to make me off myself. I think I'm going to be dead soon.
Crashed out against J-Stock after this with these insane tweets. I think J-Stock, Destiny, and every other person in my life is trying to get me to kill myself. I think when J-Stock told me I'm Wreckful and he's Dr. K and he promises to be my friend for 2 years no matter what, because he often blocks me if I disagree with him or don't do what he wants me to do. He means for me to depend on him, so I eventually kill myself like Wreckful did. Wow, J-Stock, you seem like you're doing great work over there.
Woo! Boom! Headshot!
The reality is, this isn't a career-ending drama, but it is defined. Every time his name comes up, people will bring up this situation, and they are correct in doing so. You can't demand accountability of people where week after week he demands it of all these Republicans, but then in your own personal life, you're just excusing your actions with implied consent, which is just an excuse to share nudes of other people. It's caused real harm to Pixie that he has in the past acknowledged. So I want to wrap up with, do I think Destiny has a pattern of abuse? Well, he sexually assaulted a woman on stream, apologized, and years later slandered Anna on stream while sexting her. She doesn't describe it as abuse, but I still think it's pretty bad. Dan, Destiny's co-host, advocated for his wife to leave him.
I'll say this also. I think Steven was a fucking really shitty husband to Melina, okay? I'm coming out here saying it right now. I don't think Steve would deny it either, but it's not good. The way that he was. Like, I talked with Melina a lot of times, and she was crying and miserable and everything else, and Steve would say, what do you want me to say? I'm a selfish motherfucker. That's why
She knew that ahead of time. I don't feel sorry for her either. I don't feel sorry for her either. Listen, ladies, when a man tells you, and this is Destiny. Destiny told her, I'm selfish. When you cry, I have no sympathy. It means nothing to me. I don't want to talk about it when you're emotional, and I will walk away. I am not emotionally invested. I can love you today and dump you tomorrow. It ain't no big deal to me. You are replaceable. When a man comes to you and say that, and you say, okay, let's get married. I'm so unhappy you won't love me the way I want to be. Like, oh, didn't I tell you just who I was? But still, I thought I could change you with my coochie cat. Do I not blow it well? Do I not give you the best? Shut up, dude. Like, for real? I'm telling you, if you are not a victim, you'll get no sympathy from me, and I actually will clown your ass. But if you are a victim, I'm going to be on your side. I got you. But if you ain't no victim, I'm like, Melina, whatever that bitch name is, she's not a victim, and neither is Anna.
in the relationship that I'm in, he was like, you know, what should I do? Should I leave? And I'll tell you this, I never was like, I was never like, no, you should stay and make things out. I told her multiple times, like, listen, if you feel like this is an abusive relationship, get the fuck out of there.
So I don't think I'm sold on it being a pattern of abuse because they're different things. We really don't know the details with Melina. But if other people think this all proves a pattern, I'm not going to argue with them. The clear pattern to me is that Destiny is always sharing nudes. Whether it's Blue Tea or threatening Anna with hers or sharing Pixies, Stacey's, Melina's, Cherry's. Anna claims that she received other girls' nudes that she didn't know. Was this also without consent? We'll probably never find out. He has to apologize at some point, hopefully when the trial is over. It's like Sneeko calling out people for being heartless.
He ain't gonna apologize. Destiny is never going to apologize because his reputation has already took a beating. It's not, you know, it's his streaming career is not damaged. I mean, it's not dead, but it is damaged. So why even damage it further by apologizing? Also, Destiny is not the apologizing kind. So, and also he comes from the school of apology makes you look weak. And yeah, he's never going to apologize. It's going to get to the point where time will go on. He's going to settle out of court. And he's going to move on with his life as if none of this happened. And he's going to stop talking about it. He's going to stop his communities talking about it. And then a couple of years from now, most people will have moved on to and not even think about it anymore. That's how this is going to end.
Well, he says Hitler did nothing wrong, or him calling OnlyFans girls hurrah and hanging out with them all the time. It may seem like an extreme example, but Destiny has victims and Sneeko doesn't. Contemplate that. As far as people just watching Destiny for his politics, I think that's fine. Turns out there's a lot of hypocrites in the political space. At the end of the day, I'm not here to be anyone's friend or enemy. I'm here to get a
glad he showed Tim Pool. Oh my God, thank you.
laugh, shed light on a story, and do a good job. So subscribe to the channel and be sure to
That was my God. Thank you so much. That was so. Thank you. You ended the video perfectly. I'm so happy you ended it perfectly. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for ending it so much. All right. All right, guys. Let's do a cool down. So tomorrow, excuse me. Tomorrow, we will do a joint venture with me and Jasmine. So y'all got 2 streams back to back. Okay? Y'all got 2 streams back to back. And there. So congratulations. So I will have a video uploaded and it will be uploaded on Friday. But so there's that. So yeah. What did y'all think so far? Once again, I apologize for like the oversleeping. I was so tired, dude. I was so tired. I'm not gonna lie, I was so tired. It was like, and I can't believe my alarm clock went off late than I had planned it. That's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So it is what it is. So there's that. Everything will blow over after that time. Yeah. So there's that. Hold on. Let me go on my Kick channel. Look at Stormy and Commander Shepard. Oh, 3 hours and 27 minutes. Jeez Louise. The alarm on my phone has been all messed up here. I wonder is there something glitchy going on? Because but you know what I normally do? You know what I normally do, Commander Shepard? I normally have 3 of my phones set on alarm. I normally set the alarm on all 3 of my phones. This time I only relied on 1 phone, and that's the phone that messed up for me. And I don't understand why it did that. I really don't. I'm like puzzled. So there's that. Okay. All right, Stormy. Okay, Sendormant. Something's definitely glitching. Yeah. Are you when was the last time you had a drink, Commander Shepard? Judgmental Lizard said, thanks for yelling at me. Hey, you should feel at home because I yell at everybody. I don't know that if the only people who don't get yelled at are the brand new people or the people who are very, very good. That say little to nothing. You had a drink 10 days ago? What? Sorry, I was stretching. I think even I got yelled at. Yeah, I think I yelled at you. I yelled at Commander Shepard. Everybody gets yelled at. It's just my love language. It's just my love language. Commander Shepard got drunk one day. You did. I don't know what it was. I can't remember. I can't remember. I know I yelled at you though. You know. So it is what it is. Yeah, Nina should feel very loved. Okay. So Mr. Milky, that shizzle is sun dormant, definitely. Like everybody in here, like I said, most people get in here and get yelled at. I'm not saying that that's a rites of passage, but it's bound to happen. I remember I got so drunk and you yelled so I knew it was because you drunk. You did get drunk, and I was like, and I don't know what you did. Whatever it was, it made me mad. And I yelled at you. I just can't remember the situation. I do remember it involved alcohol. So that part I do know. You probably said something retarded. I'd put my money on it, definitely. So there's that. All right, there, taters. I'm going to go. I do have a video for my political stream, so I don't have to spend hours and hours looking for something I can relate to. So that's cool. And I got to get all these questions together, and because I got to make sure we have a good show tomorrow. And then I got to see if I could try to sneak in a Twitter space because it wasn't acting right when I did it the other day. So I don't know. It is what it is. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for coming to my stream. I really appreciate that. And I will see you all tomorrow at 6:00 p.m., okay? With myself and Jasmine. All right? Okay. Have a good one. See you tomorrow, 6:00 p.m. Eastern Time. Later, taters.